just for a point of interest for you, because it makes it a little bit easier to work out the actual angle, is
Okay, we're live
Paul
now.
showed me a. Oh, are
Yeah,
we?
that's okay. Yeah,
Um,
just waiting for it
Gravity
to come
showed me
through.
a trick with if you overlay Peak Finder over the top of your picture that you take,
Hmm.
that also gives you your bearing.
Am I muted? Yeah, I'm muted.
What do you mean? Take a photo of the compass and overlay that on the
No,
picture you took?
no, no. So you use Peak Finder. So if you
What's Peak Finder? I've never heard of it.
Peak Finder's a uh, an app. It is an app, and it's also a program that you can use from the internet. That any of your peaks from a known location in a known
Right.
direction,
Yeah.
it it will have their heights and all their distances and all that type of stuff, all that data um, that you should be able to see in front of you, and
Hmm.
that way you can overlay that
Yeah.
information to your photo.
Map the
And when
photo
you
to
do that,
the peaks. Yeah.
yeah, and then when you do that, it actually gives you a compass bearing as well. So you
Uh-huh.
can then work out exactly where the sun is setting in or relative to your location.
All right. Cool.
So you don't need to be standing there with a compass.
Is that to do with that
Yeah.
picture you posted before with the topography and the sunset picture?
Yeah, let
Or is
me.
or is that different?
Yeah, no, that's the same thing, Terry. Just um,
Well,
can I
anyway,
stop sharing it?
greetings, peanuts. Oh, we've got Mira. Oh, there's a huge ass out in the peanut gallery. There you go. Neil couldn't make it. He said he was going to bed. You're getting old, Neil. Hey, Factard. You haven't been on my panel for a long, 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 long time, Factard. Sean's out there. Sean's been playing with a telescopic mount. Something, something was faulty. Uh, hey, Renee and me. Yeah, we're just getting. I'm just getting back into the routine of streaming, so this stream will just sort of be. We'll do a few things. Not a lot of people are realising that I'm back live again, so it might take a couple of shows. Usually we stream at 7 o'clock our time in the evening. That's Wednesdays and Saturdays. But I have in the past I did a Monday or a Friday type show about this time in the afternoon.
I can show you in
Oh,
here, or I
that's
can
right.
just drop it in Discord.
I also got a request from Professor Phil. He wouldn't have mind debating SE Montreal, but he said he'd do it in the evening. So I'd have to see about that another time.
I really don't get Professor Bell because why does he bother wasting his time with these idiots?
Good question. Good question.
I mean,
It
he's a
could,
rocket scientist, for God's sake.
yeah. Well, he's a teacher as well, so it might be that educational type psychology that he's thinking that he might be able to educate them, but I don't think he can educate them for some reason.
No, I mean, I see him on Ranty, and I'm not getting that impression that he's that he knows he can educate them.
Mm.
He gets as frustrated as anyone else.
Mm. Oh, Team
And I
Millie
imagine his
Messenger.
time's pretty valuable. So, but anyway,
Uh,
it's his time to waste.
He
yeah,
might
I'm
just
not
see it
judging
as
him.
a he might just
It could
see
be
it as a way
entertainment.
to
Yeah,
escape.
yeah.
yeah.
It is an escape, but the way I think of it, like it could be similar to the way I am with the flat Earth side of things. Is yes, you had the flat Earth side, but I've gained knowledge in the last 12 months that I never had before about what in science and technologies and stuff, learning about all this for to even not even try to educate the flurf so much, but at least I can try to be a little bit more educated than a flurf.
So all right, Terry, if I just show you this picture that
Yeah,
I was
sure.
talking about just before?
Fine.
Yeah, I looked up the website. Yeah.
Yeah, so what I did...
But make sure you don't tick the porn tab.
No, I closed that before, remember?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but there's more than one.
No, all the tabs are on the one window, and I just minimise the window so it won't come up.
Oh, Sheepy will be here. Good on you, mate. Pull your finger out.
So as you can see, what I've done is I took that picture from the top of a place called Mount Dandenong here in Victoria. It's about, I don't know, 40 k's east of Melbourne.
Nice B&Bs up there, yeah.
Yeah. Now it's got obviously up the top, it's got the bearing, not the bearing, sorry. It's got the location in a south and easting there, and it's got all of the mountains that are in the distance of the horizon. So all you do is you line up the mountains themselves with what you can see in the photo, and you can see just below the grid reference, it's got the compass bearing. So therefore you can get a bearing to where your sun's setting. It's also got a representation of the compass on the right-hand side, so you can see which way you're facing relative to north. And that particular photo was taken, I think it was 2 days, it was 1 or 2 days after the winter solstice for us.
Remember that conversation where happens
So
with somebody that was confused with the compass bearing?
Yeah.
So it'll be as far south as you can go with the sun then, if it's the solstice.
Well, no, that one's...
Or
yeah,
north, north.
That's as far north as it can go.
Yeah.
I'm hoping tomorrow I'll get the equinox one, and then around about December, I think it's either December the 21st or the 22nd, I'll get our summer solstice, and that way I'll have the 3 locations, and I'll
superimpose them.
Yeah, well, what I'll do is I'll take a fistful of pictures of the whole horizon while I'm up there, and so I can join them all together as a panoramic picture, so that you can see, well, this is as far north as the sun goes, this is as far south as the sun goes, and just as a nice bit of a photo.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll get Alan to help me put all those together. And
a good set of data as well.
Well, it's stuff that really upsets flat Earth theories.
Like the sun setting south of east for some reason.
Well, anything further, I did.
That's where your water sticking to a ball is there too, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. That's where I took the video of the water sticking to the ball.
Have you seen Peter's water sticking to a ball? Yeah.
Yes.
Is that the one that DFE played yesterday?
I don't know. Did he? Did he play my ball? So
no, it's a fountain, isn't it? The water
Yes, it's a fountain. Yeah. So what I've done, in essence, I'm getting my data together, showing that, well, this is as far north as the sun goes, and then that's from what is it? Sun calculator. And then that shows where the sun rises and sets, and then I also cross-reference that with timeanddate.com to make sure that it should be setting at that angle. And then I'll be doing the same for, obviously, the equinox that's coming up.
Oh, now the line's
and
straight.
Then and then cross-referencing that with timeanddate.com and making sure that those both work. And now this is a really poor picture of it because I've stolen it from the internet, but I'll be replacing that with my picture and doing the same thing again, and then cross-referencing that with the
Crapter wants to know what you do with your balls.
I put them in a jar beside the bed.
Give them to your wife.
I don't have one of them anymore, so I don't have a nice warm
She took them
purse
with her, did she?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. I got the kids and she took my balls.
Sorry to distract you, Peter, with your presentation.
That's all right. But then I plotted on both types of flat style maps, one being the world map that you'd normally see in a school, where those different angles would actually traverse on the map. So that being one of them, and then this being the other type. And the interesting fact with the pizza style Earth is when you go and zoom in to, let's see if I can. There seems to be a problem here because even in winter, the sun doesn't even get across the Tropic of Capricorn at the angle that it sets at in the middle of our winter. So that seems to be an issue, I think. But every single one of them shows the sun setting over the ice wall. So that seems to be a problem as well.
Yeah, seeing it's supposed to be half a world away.
Yeah.
Or quarter of a world away.
It must be in the Super Rat's other section of the Earth type place. Or...
Yeah, but are you allowing for Travis's refraction?
No, because Travis's refraction doesn't really work.
There's another shock.
Yeah. There's Huey. But even like on the premise of that style of flat Earth that you quite often see, well, the sun doesn't do that in Australia at all because it on that the sun never makes it down to where we see the sun set, and it only works there like that with those types of things.
Yeah, that's partly what I'm trying to show with my equinox observation. So once I get this data from all over the world, and we know that reality will say the sun's rising east or setting west on the equinox. Then you can get all these data points all over the world and plot them on the flat Earth map, and you've got east, and then you've got to figure out, okay, so at this time the sun would have been at noon at this point. Draw a straight line and see if that matches east, and I bet you it doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, so for Australia we need one from Perth, so we'd have to see if Wolfie's over in Perth whenever he gets there. Carl's in South.
Yeah, he's there now.
Carl's in South Africa, so if he could help us out for that, that'll give us our datum points for the southern hemisphere. John's
I'm
in.
also chasing someone down in Antarctica as well. So.
Oh, okay, that'll be cool. We've got somebody in.
I'm sure we're going to get them though.
We've got John up near Brisbane, so that's about it.
I've got someone from Norway. I've got a bunch of people in the US and UK, so we should get a few data points that'll make it worthwhile. A good data set.
And the one place that everyone finds it difficult to get someone, have you got someone in Chile or somewhere like that?
Yeah, that's always a problem, that one. Trying to get somebody from South America.
Well, it was for the observation I was going to do. But for this one, I've come across a few people, not that I'm remembering their names right now, who are living in South America. So seeing this as a really easy observation, you'd think they'd leap for it. So we'll see what happens. See what I get.
Because I think it was Sly that Sparkane did a sun I don't know what type of observation he did, but he did get worldwide datum points, and he showed how it didn't work on a flat Earth.
Yeah, and he had fancy CAD/CAM type software, which made it, you could prove that the light was coming in parallel on a sphere, whereas on a flat Earth it was coming in from all directions, which didn't match reality, of course.
Well, it has to set Microraptor if it was a flat Earth. The sun, same with the sun ever set on Northern Europe. Well, you see the sun set, so obviously it must work. But to model it, well, that might be the problem.
Well, I think the one thing we can say safely is that the idea that the sun moves away so far that we can't see it anymore, I think that's pretty much busted.
Yeah, that's a stupid one. I think somebody put a meme in my Discord where you had the flat Earth with the dome part drawn over it, and had the sun in there, and a person standing. I'll see if I can find it. Oh, no, it'd be long gone by now. I should have tagged it. But it had the person.
So do you want to play my video or something, Terry?
Yeah, fine. That's fine. You got the video? That should be in your shield your shit. If I've shielded you?
Well, yeah, I'm on the bot, I think. So.
Yeah, you should be on the bot. How long ago did it come through?
3 days, I think it was.
Okay, 3 days.
4 days. 4 days.
Wally, me, Anton. Hello, wonderful person. Wolfie. Everett Anderson. Everett's sub to me now, Peter.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Anton Planer. Wolf.
No, I can't post.
Creaky.
I've got the link. I can't post a special place. Where would you like me to put it?
You may be able. Well, you can do it in Discord.
Yeah, but which one?
Just in FairSuck.
What, a link to a video?
Okay.
No, put it in any other vids if it's a link to a video.
Any other vids?
Yeah, I'm scrolling up. I don't know why I can't find
Ace,
it.
okay.
You sure
It's in any other vids?
Yeah, you sure you shilled?
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure I saw it. That was all brought up. Pity you weren't.
I'm going to have to check the list.
Anyway, it's in any other vids now.
I know, I've got that many people I'm shilling, I forget who I've got.
You're a professional shill. That's why they pay you the big bucks.
No, any other vids. There we go. Put it up on screen. Are you finished yet, Peter? Because
yeah,
if you've got anything else that you think of, let me know. And
no. Oh, okay. You can play my ball video later on if you want, Terry. But that's the only other one I've really got to play. You show everyone my wet balls. Ball.
Here we go.
Mic check. Good day, everyone.
Hi, Huey.
G'day, Huey.
Hey, Huey.
Hey, and congrats on getting out of jail, Terry.
Yes,
good to see you back.
It's good to be free.
Yeah.
I'm on parole, so I've got to check in and do the urine test and everything every week or whatever it is.
Yeah, you got to keep your nose clean now, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Do you wear one of those leg bracelets?
Unfortunately, they thought... Yeah, I told them no. I said, no, I don't want to wear that. I said the coronavirus is keeping me isolated as it is. Okay. Just waiting on that P word. You know the P word here?
Be ready.
Please.
You know the P word here? Yeah.
Which P word? I know lots of P words.
Greetings and salutations, this is Huge Ass. In about a week from the publishing of this video, we'll be at the equinox for September 2020, one of 2 equinoxes that happen every year. The equinox is the point in the Earth's orbit where the day and night are of equal length. The reason why there's any difference at all every other day of the year is the tilt in the Earth's axis. I'll go over why there is a tilt at another time, but it is demonstrably there. It's why there is an Arctic and Antarctic circle. Latitudes higher than those circles will experience 24-hour sun in summer at least once, and 24-hour darkness at least once in winter. If you are on the equator at either equinox, at sidereal noon you will observe that nothing has a shadow because the sun is directly overhead. It's also the only time when the sun will rise due east and set due west, no matter where you are on Earth. At other times of the year, the sun will rise or set to the north or south of east or west, depending on where you are. But at the equinoxes, it will rise in the east and set in the west, no matter where you are on Earth. The actual equinox is a point in the Earth's orbit, and the September 2020 equinox will occur next Tuesday, September 22nd, 2020, at 13:30 UTC. You'll have to figure out what that is in your time zone. And this is where you come in. We can confirm for ourselves that the sun rises due east or sets due west on the equinox, no matter where you are on Earth, by simply going out and taking a compass bearing of the sunrise or sunset, or both, on the equinox. I have viewers from all over the world, so putting all your data together should be pretty convincing. So what you need to do this observation? Number one, a compass. You can get a compass app for your phone if you haven't got a physical compass. You'll need this to take a bearing on the rising or setting sun, or both. Number two, a way of determining the latitude and longitude of the place from where you make the observation of the sunrise or sunset, or both. I suggest that you don't make the observation from home so that you don't dock yourself with these coordinates. But that's up to you, of course. Number three, something to video yourself taking the observation so that you can see the compass bearing and read it and your latitude and longitude in one uncut shot. That verifies the data and makes it indisputable. Number four, decide whether you are filming the sunrise or the sunset or both. Regardless of what you decide, you must choose the sunrise and or sunset closest to the actual equinox. As a reminder, next Tuesday, September 22nd at 13:30 UTC. You'll have to figure out when that is in your time zone. But you must pick the sunrise or sunset closest to that point in time. Feel free to take both the sunrise or sunset observation if you want. Just make sure that the ones you choose are closest to the actual equinox. That way our data can't be challenged. It's also probably smart to look up when sunrise or sunset occurs where you are, so that you can set alarms to remind you, especially if you need to travel a bit to your observation point. It doesn't matter if there are mountains on the horizon where you are, as long as they aren't too high, it shouldn't affect the results too much. When you're all done, send me an email and I'll provide Dropbox details for you to transfer it to me. So this little video is all you need to send me. I'm using the Compass app available on iPhone, or you could use the Theodolite app. I believe similar things are available on Android as well. Just point it at the sun and show the reading to the camera. The advantage of the Compass app is it also shows you your latitude and longitude, so you don't have to worry about recording that separately. You don't have to be exact with the latitude and longitude, but it just proves you're at a particular point on the surface of the Earth. The important bit is to film the setting sun, to film your compass reading, and to get your latitude and longitude. You don't have to talk, that's all I need. But I had filmed a full piece to camera while I was doing this, but when I watched it on my computer I realised my reflection was showing on the phone. You don't want to see my ugly face, and if you're not interested in doxing yourself, you probably want to watch that as well. Therefore, this little bit is all the footage I could get, but it's also all I need. So when you send in your videos, I'll collect them all into another video, which will happen in a couple of weeks, and I'll also plot it all on a map and show that in the video. Above all, if you choose to make this observation, stay safe. And if you're safe, enjoy it. I look forward to seeing what you come up with and what we show in our collated data. Nothing left to do but cue the corgi.
Roof, roof.
Hey, I know that.
You got to have a corgi there.
Yeah, I know who that is. I'm subscribed to his channel.
I love you, Jars, and I cannot lie. You other skeptics can't deny that when Huge walks in with an itty bitty waist and a round thing, a round globe in your face, you get sprung.
I love Hugh Jars, and I cannot lie.
Craig.
The only thing, Hugh, I think you might have a problem using a compass because of the magnetic declination.
Yeah, but that's why I want the longitude and latitude so I can figure that out for each reading.
Yeah, but this has been done before, actually. I think it was Sly Sparkane did this, and what he did was he asked people to identify a landmark on Google Earth, and that was, like a street that runs east to west. Let's say there's a landmark at the end of the west end of it. Use that instead of the compass. But yeah, it'd be close enough, I reckon.
That's one of the reasons why throwing the peak finder over the top of their photo works so well, because it takes away that the magnetic declaration deviation and all that.
At the equinox, I don't think the sunrise and sunset is exactly east-west. It's slightly off. So I don't know.
Well,
how much
it's going to be a whole lot closer to east and west than it would be on the flat Earth, which is the next video.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know how.
how much if people get within plus or minus 5 degrees of the actual reading, I'm happy, because that'll be much closer to. Because the idea is, I'll take each of their points that they give me, because from the lat longs, and figure out what it'd be on a flat Earth as well, and the obvious difference will prove the point, and that's the whole idea.
I don't think it's off by that much. I don't think it'd be 5 degrees. I don't think it'd be anything like that. It's probably a few arc minutes, but it's not exactly east-west. But it's good enough.
On the equinox, yeah.
It's good enough.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't expect people, just ordinary people all around the world, to be super accurate. We're not doing a scientific experiment here. We're just doing something you can do at home to prove to yourself that the Earth is round instead of flat.
Yeah.
It's basically, it's just an observation, and then you can collect the data and make something of it.
Something more than the first do.
Mm.
Well, that ain't hard.
It isn't hard at all, no.
Geez, I could sit here and just breathe, and that'd be something more than the first do.
Those guys won't even use a solar filter to observe the sun.
Solar filter?
Yeah.
Solar filter. You're teasing me, Terry?
Hey, I'm back here. No copyright strikes anymore.
Yeah.
No, okay. Good. How many did you have?
2. I got 1.
So how do you get? You challenged them both. Okay.
No, I got 1. No, I couldn't. I challenged it, but I challenged them both actually. I got 1, and while that one was going, another one popped in, so I ended up with 2.
But you got rid of both.
Well, now I have.
Yeah.
You just have to sit it out. There's not much you can do.
Yeah, 6
can
months.
Contact the owner. You can contact the owner of the material.
Yeah, I did. I emailed them and sent a sob story and apologies and sorries and I don't know, all that sort of stuff. But
they don't want to play ball with you. There's nothing you can do about it. You're just going to sit it out.
Mm. So that's been a while. 6 months is a long time here.
Yeah, it is. How was the food in there?
I don't know. YouTube jail.
Actually, I think I put on weight actually.
The peppered steak's meant to be terrific.
Not too bad. And if the food was all right and the company was okay.
Yeah, I never took any soap into the shower because I was always afraid to drop it.
Yeah, very wise.
And Bubba has such soft hands.
Hmm. Okay then, what else have we got? Well, I did want to do Blue's video, but he's not here yet, so...
balls.
We got no, he's not doing balls, he's doing his erection. Shillery.
No, I mean the water sticking to a ball.
Oh, water
Wet
sticking
balls.
to a ball video?
What do you
Have
want to
I
include,
got
Terry?
one of them handy, or have you got one of them handy, Peter? I can't remember where we hid that.
Hey Terry, I heard you had Ray Comfort on here the other day.
Oh yeah, we're doing a with Ray and Kat's video.
Yeah, I saw it. I did
Yeah.
see that one. Yeah, typical Ray Comfort.
Just preaching and evangelistic all the way
Yeah,
through.
not willing to discuss the subject at hand. He
Yep,
wants to
exactly.
talk about something else.
Renee said your streams has been missed by many. Sure, we were on Alan's channel, yes, but it's not quite the same. Yeah, that's right, Renee. No one's put 4 in the peanut gallery yet. Oh yeah, Hugh, not Hugh, Huey. I'm gonna have to, because there's got a Hugh and I got a Huey, so I'm gonna have to make sure we define the two. Hugh,
Mr. Josh, you can call me.
Yeah, we've got it. I don't because you haven't been that I've known of on YouTube since before I had the strike. We had little things going on in the channel with number 4. Oh, I'll better post that thing too while I'm at it, so people can be reminded. Where do I hide that? The number 4 came up one time when we were doing what we'd do at the end of the show, or towards the end of the show. We'd have about 4 or 5 Shield videos to play, and the Peanuts, yes sheepy, don't be smart ass. And out of the videos that I had, I'd say, okay, vote between 1 and 6 or something. And one time, everyone was voting 4. So it became a thing. So I'd banned 4, and I started timing people out and all that sort of stuff. The Peanuts took it all in good faith. They liked. They even begged to be timed out because
it was fun.
Because people that are in the Peanut Gallery on other channels, so seriously, they'll say stuff, and the channel person will ban them for saying something that they didn't agree with. But to me, I look at it more in the comical sense. Yeah, I'm not going to ban you because you said that, and they lap it up. So 4, no, can't play 4.
That happened to be the other day, actually. I was talking to for the very first time to Bob from Globebusters on Randy's channel, and he was talking to Rachie. You know who Rachie is? She's someone that claims to be on the fence. Anyway, and Bob was filling her mind up with bullshit, and Bob said to Rachie, "Oh, there's tons of videos of the ice wall." And I said to Bob, "Well, if there's tons of videos of the ice wall, just post one."
I did.
And then he mucked me around and started swearing me. Then he timed me out. Still didn't post a video of the ice wall, of which there are tons. So that kind of shows what sort of character he is. And he's got to get a video response. I've got some stuff from Wolfie on him.
Terry.
Pardon?
Terry, remember that picture I gave you with the parking bays where there's no 4?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I found a better example. If you want, I can send it to you.
Okay. Yeah, because over there you can't
link internally, Terry.
Yeah, Pete, I see.
It's not very easy to see on the first picture I gave you, right? I'll make you a better one.
I do have the ice wall. Can I play it or show it? Oh, where is it?
Well, anyone can put up a picture of a glacier and say that's it, right? How are you going to know?
Yeah, or the Ross Ice Shelf or something like that,
No,
that's all you have to do.
No. There is the ice wall. No, flat earthers can't deny it.
Yeah.
It's the ice wall.
The Penguins must have built that one.
That's Sapporo. That's the ice festival in Sapporo, I think.
It's the actual ice wall. It's what they say. So, I mean, go on by what they say. There's an ice wall. So,
somebody standing there.
Oh yeah, that too.
What's that going to hold back, though?
Okay, there you are, Hugh. That's my well, that was back when I did the 400 peanut special. And see, there's what's after 3, so you can't say it. It's Rule D. So it's not. There's only 1, 2, 3 D.
5, Terry.
Hey.
5. Rule 5.
No, I haven't got a rule 5 actually. I might have to make one up. Sheepy, we'll have to think of a rule 5. You think? But that wouldn't work then, because it only stops at rule
1,
D.
2, 3, 5. That's the way they do it here.
Oh.
You know, it's like in some buildings, there's no floor 13, so it goes 12 or 14, right?
Yeah, you can't say 4 because it means death.
That's right.
And you can't swear because fines apply. Because I've got to open up the swear jar thing again. I'll get that set up.
Oh,
I've got to set that back up again.
Let's hope that's sealed closed.
Yeah, I'll have to set that. I'll have to start setting that up. Okay.
Yeah, you know how the 4 means death in Chinese. In the Alfa Romeo 16, the Alfa Romeo in Asian countries, Alfa Romeo 164 was not sold in Hong Kong. It was sold as the 168.
Okay.
And collectors really want those badges because it was only in Hong Kong they ever had them.
Wow. That would be collectible. Yeah.
A couple have made it to Australia. And 168 means the exact opposite, apparently.
Microcraptor
It's
says
weird when people let superstitions rule their lives.
Microcraptor says they aren't the
8 is
rule.
perfection.
Those aren't the real rules. Rule 1 is never talked about. The peanut
That's
gallery.
how Toyota came about. Do you know that? Toyota founder was actually called Toyoda with a D at the end instead of a T. But because it takes 2 extra strokes, it's no longer 8 strokes, so it's no longer perfection. So the brand name was Toyota instead.
Okay.
When you go to the factory in Japan, there's this little statue of his head, like a little bust thing that you walk past. It's very cool.
Okay, we'll show water sticking to a ball. That's what they want.
There we go.
It's actually a really nice restaurant up there as well. It's set up in a the windows are set up in like a semicircle, so you can see the sunset all year round.
They look like dwarf hands.
Because they are. They're mine. Hey, look, I'll get Australia here for you, Terry. Look, hang on.
There's Australia. There's Australia. Where's New Zealand? Oh, yeah, New Zealand's actually there. Wow.
Yeah, I'll make sure New Zealand was there.
I was only pointing that out the other day on one of the TV shows, Stargate or some TV show, where they're up in the spaceship, and the girl looked out at the window with him, and you could see the world, you could see Australia, and New Zealand wasn't there.
Wishful thinking, eh?
When I actually
you
saw
might have a
this,
chance at rugby if we weren't here, eh?
When I actually saw this sitting there, Hugh, I thought I really can't take the opportunity. I really have to take the opportunity just to do it, just to absolute tongue-in-cheek shit stir them, because they constantly ask, show me anywhere on the a model of your ball Earth with water sticking to it. And I thought, yeah, well, look, it's not technically gravity holding the water there, but, it's still a force. It shows the same principles.
Yeah, electrostatic force, yep.
Oh, it's all...
But for some reason, they think it's the fact that it's a ball that makes it stick. That's the stupid part of it.
Well, I think it was Professor Phil turned around and said the stupid thing is if they had Mount Everest on that form of the Earth, the thickness of water that's actually sticking to it would be thicker or would be higher than Mount Everest.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just thought it was a bit funny.
Yeah, Flintstone scale.
Scale. It's not even in their bloody vocabulary.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a nice solid granite ball though. So
whereabouts is it?
It's up at a place called the Sky High Restaurant on the top of Mount Dandenong, overlooking Melbourne.
Yeah, I don't think I've been there.
Me neither.
I have been for some nice drives for the Dandenongs though.
Well,
it's the corgis.
Oh, you can hear them, can you?
Yeah. Barking at somebody or something.
It's probably a bird next door.
Do you bark at birds too?
I say, how are you doing? Is that a bark?
You caught that. Well, since Blue's not here, I thought we'd catch up on his erection. He's not playing with his balls today. So he's given me this. What now, Renee and me? What? I'm a nut, period. Yeah. Oh, okay. Crap said something about the New Zealand thing, Sheepy. It is a thing, isn't it? They either miss out on the map or something. I thought it was New Zealand too, Tasmania sometimes, but I think it's mainly.
Yeah, there's a whole post on it, like maps that don't include New Zealand.
Yeah.
So.
When was New Zealand discovered?
Don't even know.
That was one of the explorers. Wasn't Captain Cook.
Maybe it's only recently, and some of the maps don't show it.
It was the Dutchman.
Drake? Ferdinand?
No, he's not Dutch. God, he's not coming to me. I used to know this. Tasman, Abel Tasman.
Abel Tasman. Yeah, well, the Tasman Sea was named after somebody.
Yeah.
Okay, what are we up to?
And Tasmania is where he went crazy.
Well, he's Dutch. He's already crazy. That's what we like about the Dutch, of course. They're crazy in a nice way.
Now, Blue's probably going to yatter while we're playing this, so I don't know what he's given me in the carpentry thing. So I'm into carpentry, cars, all that sort of stuff, so I don't know anyone else out there. But this is to do with Blue's Cavendish experiment, if you're not up to date with that. I'm keeping a close eye on it from its inception. So eventually we might be able to piece together a bit of a timeline sort of thing with all these from the get-go, when he started, all the bits and pieces. So I think he's up to doing some more joinery work for the frame, which is hard to do, he said, because of the size of it. So we'll play this and we'll see where we're up to. So anyone that hasn't been keeping up, even though we've been on Alan's channel, but if you're in my Discord, you'll see the link to anything, all the stuff that he's been doing. So I'll play this.
It's been fabricated, and the mortises have been cut in the corner posts, and the rails that connect the posts together have all been cut to length, and now it's time to start forming the tenons on the end. So I've sawn the shoulder lines on the tenons on this particular rail, and then used the table saw and a dado blade to remove the bulk of the material. But now I need to get down to a precise thickness, and it needs to be in the center. So what I want to do is use this hand router to take the material down for each of the tenons, because all of the mortises were made exactly the same. So I've got that router all set, and I'm just testing it here to see if it's going to be able to take off the material or not, and that's a little too much. So one thing I can do, and what I'm going to do here, is I'm going to use a number 3 plane, just a regular bench plane, and remove some of that excess material that's going to be hard to take off in one bite with that router. And I don't want to be changing the setting of the router all the time, so it's easier just to get it close with a hand plane. So this gets it all the way over to within about 1/4 of an inch or so of the shoulder line on the tenon. But the problem is it can't go all the way to the shoulder because the blade on a bench plane doesn't go all the way over there. But there's an alternative to that, and we'll see it in a second. I've got a shoulder plane, and it's oh, this is curious. Look at this guy. That's backwards, dummy. Okay. Now we'll get the shoulder plane, this little thing here, and that blade does go all the way to the side. So if I get it set right, there we go.
It's a fancy looking tool.
I'll be able to take that
for what it does.
Excess material right over there in that shoulder line, get rid of it too. So there we go. Now let's see how the router plane does. Let's see if that'll work. Oh yeah, much better. Much better. So it's just a tedious little process. Just take your time, go slow. That's actually still a little bit much coming off, but for the sake of videoing, I elected, I think, just to continue. Normally I probably would have gone back and taken some more off, but with the bench plane, but it's okay. This works. What you have to do with that thing, I'm putting a lot of pressure straight down with my left hand to keep that thing registered over there on the rail. If you don't do that, that little cutter blade underneath there will dig in, and you can make a real mess out of it, but you get used to it. It's really a pleasurable little gizmo to play with. I think I'm almost there. And usually I'll go back and take a chisel and clean out that corner too, but I don't think that's I don't think I'm gonna show that part of it in this video. Pretty self-explanatory. So with all that done, both sides of it done the same way, now we just check it to make sure it's gonna fit in the mortise, and it does. Snug, but not too snug. Problem is, it's too wide. I've got to take off about, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch or so of that tenon on both sides. So we'll get that marked here in a second. And then it's pretty easy. We just take a tenon saw. I've made a little notch. There's a knife line across there, and then I used a chisel to make a little notch. Gives a place for the tenon saw, for the blade to rest up in there. And now we just want to carefully saw right down that shoulder line, being very careful not to get over into the shoulder itself, because that looks ugly when you do it. So now I just want to gently saw straight down there to the pencil line, but not past it, because if we go past it, it's going to weaken the tenon. We don't want to do that. And now we turn it up vertically. And this thing is sticking pretty high up out of the vise. And it vibrates around a lot, and that didn't make this really easy to do, but we got through it. This is the wood, by the way, that caused me to have a little issue with dermatitis. You can see all that sawdust going on my hand, and it was my left hand that really got the brunt of it. But here we go. It's going to come off there in just a second. Give that saw just a little twist. Yeah, there we go. Pops right off. And the only thing left to do then, and you really don't have to do this, but I like to do it, just take a chisel and take the little fuzzy bits off the saw leaves, and then use the chisel to clean that corner out. Make sure it's nice and sharp so it doesn't hold off the joint when you go to put it together. So you do that on both sides, of course. And then one last little step that I like to do is just bevel the corner off, and you can do that really easily with a nice sharp chisel, just like that. Just put a little tiny 1/8 inch chamfer on the end of it. So with that much done, show us how pretty it is now. There you go. Very good, very good. Quit playing around, get back to work. Let's go see if the thing fits. Ah, here we go. Look at that, like a glove. Just wiggle it right down in there. Very nice. That's looking at it from the in the mortise on the other side. You can see it doesn't quite go all the way to the bottom. I don't want them to bottom out because that just causes trouble. Leave a little gap like that, doesn't hurt anything. So there are the 2 end frames completed. There are the 4 rails that will connect the 2 frames, and all of that's been fitted up. But I haven't assembled the thing because it just takes up too much space. We'll do that when everything else is pretty much done. So now there are a few more pieces that are laying around. This is some maple I'm going to use to form, let's call it beam pockets up at the top, that the rail, the 4x4, that's going to support the large weights, those maple pieces will be glued and screwed onto that top rail on these end frames. So we'll take care of that a little bit later. Now we got to make the carrier beam, and this is what actually holds up the large masses. Now it could have just stayed as a square beam like that, but that's kind of ugly, and that's not what Cavendish did. He made a nice tapered design, so I'm pointing at one of the 3/8 inch diameter, the center point of one of the holes that'll be in that thing, that a 3/8 inch rod will pass through, and that's what will hold up the large balls. And everything is marked out, and we're going to go down and take a look at the center here in a second. I'm using a brass bushing at the center. It has a 1/2 inch inside diameter, and it's going to sit on a 1/2 inch shaft that will be down embedded in the cross piece, the 4x4 cross piece. So there's that brass bushing. That's what that looks like. And now it's time to go to chipmunk speed. The holes have been drilled. The bandsaw is running, and away we go. So check the back side, make sure we're not missing. And I think this is about 5 times speed, so you can tell this is kind of a slow process. I don't use a bandsaw very often, and I won't pretend that I'm any good at using one anyway. But it's a good bandsaw. It does a good job. And that's the perfect way to get rid of material in a hurry. Now, I could have done that with a handsaw, but boy, that would be a lot of work, and I wasn't interested. So now with all those cuts made, it is time to start the process of smoothing out that mess that the bandsaw left. And this can be easy or it can be very difficult. And on this particular piece of wood, it ended up being very difficult. I've got pretty much every plane, I think, in the tool cabinet out there. Everything from a number 4 scrub plane. That's a 5.5 bench plane I was just using. That's the little scrub plane. It's got a convex blade in it. It's just a normal number 4 Stanley bench plane. But I took the blade and made it convex, and it will take off enormous amounts of wood real fast. Not very pretty, but it will get you down in the ballpark. So this piece of wood wanted to fight. No matter what I did, it did not want to cooperate. And you run into that from time to time, especially planing this way. Absolutely almost parallel to the grain. So when all else fails, get out this gizmo. That's called a number 80 cabinet scraper. And cabinet scrapers don't really care which direction. They're not anywhere near as bad about tearing the grain out. So I made good use of that thing. Back to the scrub plane, get rid of a little bit of excess material that was down on this end. And all you can do is just keep working on it. Well, after quite the workout, using pretty much every tool on the bench and also a power sander, palm sander, which I normally don't resort to, but this wood was just being obnoxious. So I decided not to fight with it anymore. But we got a nicely shaped beam now, except for these ends. I'm really not wild about having the ends sharp like that. We can zoom in a little bit. Not that the thing should ever hit me in the head, but if it did, I'd rather those ends not be sharp like that. So I could just sand them off a little bit or something, but what I'd rather do is make a nice radius like that. One way we can do that, pretty easy way, is to just take that nice sharp chisel and start forming that arc. Just a progressive march right across the face of this thing, trying to match up this cut with the last cut. Kind of keeping an eye on that outside, making sure we're staying off the line. So let's take a little deeper angle back here. And it works just like that. Just Just take your time. Don't try to do too much all at once. And I can get it to bite right about there. Like so. And again, just do the best you can to follow the previous cut. Doesn't behave right, discipline it. After all, it is the wood. I am the woodworker. When you get down close to the shape you want, the next step usually is just to use a wood rasp like this. And that thing will take off quite a bit of material in a hurry. It also leaves a bunch of scratches in the wood, so you can take care of that with just a regular flat file. And that's what you see me doing here. And finally, you know, it is a last step in the whole process. Just sand it to remove any other minor imperfections. It's sort of rough and dirty, but actually it ends up looking pretty good. Okay, well, there's the carrier beam for the large weights, all fabricated. I've got the bronze bushing that goes in it just stuck in the hole. I'm not ready to put it in there yet. It's sort of a tight fit. I could get it back out, I suppose, but why? There's no point in putting it in until we're completely ready. But I think it turned out pretty good. I believe Henry would accept it. It's got a few blemishes on it, which is okay. You find that with a lot of handmade furniture pieces. You know, you start planing, you're never 100% sure which direction the grain's running. So if it tears a little bit and you leave a little bit of that on there, it's just a way to say, hey, you know, a guy actually built this thing by hand instead of on a machine. So I don't really object to it. It's fine. Now we're missing one piece. I've got all the rest of the parts ready to go. And I'm just going to move the camera back a little bit. Of course, there's the frame, the two end frames, the 4 rails that connect them, and the 4x4 beam that's actually the beam that carrier beam is going to sit on top of on a thrust bearing. It's not cut to length yet. I'm not going to do that until I put everything together so I can get an exact length that fits precisely. And the little side rails where we cut those recesses, those haven't been fabricated yet either, but the one remaining major thing that I need to do is make the pulley. I'm going to use a system pretty much exactly the way Cavendish did it, where we'll just have a pulley up there connected to that carrier beam and have a rope wrapped around that pulley, and I'll be able to just pull on one side or the other to rotate the entire assembly. At least that's the plan. So hopefully it'll work. It worked for Cavendish, and he had 350-pound mass as a total of 700 pounds on his. If he was able to pull it, I surely ought to be able to pull 100 pounds. So, getting closer. We'll have this thing put together this week sometime, for sure. And with that, I'm going to set up and cut this pulley. I've got a way of doing that with a power router. And it's not too hard to do. I'll make a video of it. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Please note that no flurfs were harmed during the filming of this episode. Well, maybe we hurt their feelings a little.
Yes, I seen you peanuts out there criticising and commenting. Can't get past me. Yeah, Blue did it in his way with his hand tools, and that's the way he likes it. I'm sort of half and half with carpentry. I'll use a power tool when needed and do it by hand where it's needed in other ways. So I was brought up old school, but then I learnt the new ways with all the electric planes and jointers and thicknesses and everything. But what Cavendish had back in his day, well, just all hand tools. No power tools back then, no cordless drills or screwdrivers, things. Well, it's coming together, that piece by piece.
That's very cool.
Well, sooner or later, I'm sure he'll be doing a video on the thing working.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt the flares.
And you'll see it here first, and on Blue's channel. Depends if he gives it to me first before. So, watch this space. As Sam said, I would get someone else to do it.
Pay a contractor.
Yeah. Okay, then what else have we got for anyone?
You took the wood off both sides. That was pretty impressive how centered it was. You know?
When he went through the bandsaw to. Yeah.
No, not that bit. But before that, where he made the joining piece, but it was too wide and everything. He just sawed it and shaved it back, and it's just like a glove. It's like bloody hell. Well, you could tell it was gonna fit before he even put it, close. I was just like, holy shit. I mean, sugar.
Well, I didn't check on Discord. You want a link, Huey? Bit late now.
Sorry, Terry. Link for what?
I don't know. You put in fair suck. You tagged me and you wrote link.
Oh yeah, I found it. Yeah, sorry.
I'm going. If you've got the special key to the special place.
Yeah, I know. It's been so long, I just couldn't remember where it was, but I did find it.
Yeah. And did they guess the person that you draw the weird head for, Paul?
Not yet.
It looks a lot like the other guy.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
it's the same guy. That's the same guy.
Well, I've stopped putting a picture up there straight away because people just reverse image look it up.
Yeah, that's cheating. Yeah.
So I give the clue now, and if someone guesses it, then I put the face up.
Yeah. And the clue was... What was the... Oh, now I've forgotten the bloody clue now. I read it, and now I've forgotten it.
I can't scroll back far enough.
No, I can't scroll back far enough.
He was a physicist, a mathematician, and a brewer.
Yeah.
And he did experiments with heat and mechanical energy, linking the two, setting the foundations for the conservation of energy law and the first law of thermodynamics.
Okay, I'm going to
Wow.
give you. I'm going to
that should-
DM you a thing in the internal. I don't know
Yep,
if I'll
righto.
spell it properly, but is that his last name?
Yeah, without the S on the end.
Well, I was close.
That's correct.
I was close. Now I've got it. Yeah, but now I've got
That's
it.
correct.
But I got no idea what his first name would be.
Well, now that you know his surname, you can look up his first name. You see?
Yeah, but that'd be cheating.
No, because you already know who he is.
Oh, okay. Give me a second. I'll use this thing with the starts with a G. Okay. And his last name wasn't Vern.
No.
Okay. Does that help? Not helping. Suppose you get garbage in, you get garbage out if you don't type in the right thing.
That's right. You've got to have some kind of knowledge of who he is.
Oh. It's such an easy name. Like, it's so common.
Yep.
And I've even got a middle name. Do I get extra bonus points for a middle name?
Yeah, you do.
There we go.
That's him. Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
him. You want me to tell you what year he was born?
You can if you want.
Jeez, Terry, you're taking it to extremes, aren't you?
I reckon. Rub it in, Terry. Rub it in.
I could read out some stuff too if you want me to really rub it in.
John Stock has it. John Stock's got it.
John's got it.
He's correct.
He's got it.
James Prescott Jewell.
Yeah, but I didn't Google John. Did you?
Well, how could have he? He must have known something because I didn't have a picture to reverse look up.
Hey Phil, are you coming in or are you busy? I suppose. What time of day is it? Oh, you'll be teaching. You can't you old blokes like me. You can't multitask.
School
Jules
holidays
as
are
in
about
the
to
unit.
start.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, I was going to try to
I think
arrange Phil with
another one.
SC Montreal, but I don't know how I could get hold of him if he wanted to do that tonight. But I wouldn't mind doing a thing like that where you have a couple of people having a conversation, polite conversation. It'll have to be polite. It'll be definitely a polite conversation with me moderating, that's for sure.
Can SE Montreal be polite?
Well, he will be if I'm moderating. Because I don't take no shit from no one. And that goes for anyone. Doesn't matter who you are.
Is this the same jewel as in Kilojoule?
Yes.
Damn it. I knew it had to be another one like that Ohm one the other day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ah. Look at that beard.
No, either they couldn't afford to get the shave or that was just an in thing to do back then. I don't know.
He never looked like he was smiling in any of his portraits.
It's pretty impressive to have a unit of measurement named after you, isn't it?
Sure is.
Yep.
Michael Faraday, right? Farad. Is that right?
Hey,
Yep.
Hugh, I just seen the comment you put in the peanut gallery. You're saying about blood. Anyone want to see my hands? If I could,
Oh, right. Yes.
you want to see what I do? I'm very careful. Touch wood or steel, whatever the thing is. I've been doing some body work on the Statesman the last couple of days, And I do mechanical work too, but I'm very careful and clean, which is weird, I suppose, for me.
Can you find the 10mm socket?
Yes, my 10mm socket never gets lost.
Then you're not a mechanic.
Yeah, you can tell a
Most
real mechanic.
mechanics have.
You can tell a real mechanic because he'll have about 20 13mm sockets, because they never get used, because he's always
Yep.
using the half-inch for that. He doesn't use the 13mm. But
And
he's got 20 of...
He'll actually own about 20 10mm sockets, but won't know where any of them are.
Any of them are, that's right. Well, the reason why he's got 20 13mm is because he's had to buy 20 other kits because all of his 10mm have gone missing.
Yep.
I saw a meme the other day, and it had a picture of a 10mm socket and a picture of a flat earther, and it said, "Which one gets lost more?"
Ooh, that'd be a tough choice.
Yeah.
You know where your 10mm socket
would you
goes?
hope would get lost?
You do know where your 10mm socket goes, Hugh.
It slips through a wormhole in time and space to a planet totally evolved to suit a 10mm socket lifestyle, and where they live out their lives in peace and harmony.
Where they go to bed in left socks.
Oh, right.
All the left socks are there as well.
And all the left-handed screwdrivers and things like that, I guess.
I'm not able to share that, am I? Out there. Which I've been trying to work out how to do. No, I'm going to have to learn how to do this.
I'm not sure what it is anyway. I see a car door, that's about it.
Oh, the rust. Oh, yeah, I've done rust work on it, but I'm on the wagon over the years. This was a few years back, but I can't show. Yeah, I've got to ask Alan how to set up the OBS to do that. Because that's the rust work I did on the wagon a few years back. And I did my own panel beating and stuff, and spray painting. I did all the carpet, roof lining.
Was that an HK?
Z.
HZ, yeah.
Did all the roof lining. I did everything myself.
I used to have an HQ, which is basically the same car.
Yeah, yeah, that's the base model, you could say, with the original, where the shape started from.
And they tried to improve it, but they made it uglier.
Yeah, the 70s was a weird time for shapes for cars.
Well, with the HQ, they were trying to... It was a weird time, because you had Chrysler, Ford, and Holden.
Mm-hmm.
Holden designed a large car that looked smaller than it was.
Yep.
Ford designed a large car that looked like a large car.
And
Chrysler designed a large car that looked even bigger than it was.
Oh, the Regal. Weird. Yeah, the Regal. Yeah, that was big.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I mean, what do you call it? Impartial, or the word call it, to the two-door. Not so much the Charger, but the Regal. Oh shit! Now I can't think of the name of it now. There's another two-door that they brought out. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. And the Cobra version of the Ford two-door.
A hardtop, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the my neighbour at one stage had a Landau.
The Landau. I'd like that too.
Mm.
I'm trying to think of the name of the Charger that came out. That it wasn't the Charger, but it was the two-door. Or am I thinking of the Ford?
The Barracuda?
No.
Well, no,
or am I thinking of the Ford Landau then? Not so much the Valiant one version. I thought the Valiant version had a... okay. You know what I'm doing.
You're cheating. I mean, researching.
Yeah, but which one? I don't want the sale.
Are you talking about the RT or something like that?
Well, the RT was the Charger, but I thought they made another one. Here we go. Images. VJ. Oh, here we go. Share screen.
Or Pacer, E36 Pacer, or whatever it is.
No, the one down here. That one. It was a Regal.
Well, basically a sedan with 2 doors.
Yeah, it was like the Charger, but it had a 2-door version. That one. That one there. 73 VH Valiant 2-door Regal.
Yeah, so a 2-door version of the sedan.
Yeah.
So fastback, well, not even a fastback, a coupe. That's all it is. Yeah. Like the XJC and the Jaguars.
My uncle, back in the day, he owned the Valiant Austin and Buta in Lithgow. So all the new cars that first came out back in the day, I got to go for a drive-in with the plates with the leather straps on it. It used to hang over the bumpers.
Oh yes, yeah.
When he used to take me for a spin. So he had a 2-door. He had the sedan. But the ones he took me for a drive-in and the RT Charger with the black stripes on it, the orange versions, and the Pacer version, he always had the best ones, the top of the range ones that he used to take. They used to take me for a spin in. And they were good cars. Like that nearly sold me on buying a Valiant. But back in the day, when I was 11, 12-year-old sort of thing. But I ended up with a Holden, so I don't know what happened there.
Well, it's a good choice in the end. I'm not sure I'd want a Valiant these days. There's certainly no parts for them.
The other cousins went into Valiants in the family. A couple of them went that way, went to the Valiant side. But no, once the 90s hit, that was it. Or 80s, 90s. Just went downhill.
Mind you, the Sigma was a damn good little car. So.
Yeah, I had my father-in-law had a Sigma with the square. Had the square lights at the front end, not the round light one.
Yeah,
the later
the Starion,
one.
Or
no, he had a wagon with the inline.
Yeah.
Inline 4-cylinder.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yep.
He had that, and he handed
2.6.
Yeah, he handed that down to me. But I already had 2 cars at the time, so I ended up selling it. Yeah. Push button auto. Oh, that's the earlier version, Sam. Yeah, the earlier Charger. Was that push button, the model before the Pacer?
No, I know some of those Austins around that time had the pre-select push button auto.
Wow. Well, it worked off a solenoid, like electrical solenoid?
I don't know. It was magic. I never actually got to have a look at it. It was, yeah. It just, remember the old cassette, the AM cassette decks, Terry, that you had? Where you'd pull the button out to program it, and then you'd push it back in, and then that was programmed for you.
You mean the ones? Channel, you mean like the ones I've got out in the cupboard? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly the same as the ones you got. So it was that style of button arrangement, but it had instead of having your like your T-bar, it had first, second drive, reverse, neutral, park, and they were just buttons.
Where was the switches placed? Where were the switches placed?
Basic on the Austin. I think it was on the center of the dash, roughly above where your radio would be, if that makes sense. So,
yeah.
So that way, I think it was set there so it could be set up for left or right hand drive. So.
Okay.
See, my layout is different from YouTube's. This is what Jules is really looking at.
I've got no idea what's happening here. Something's weird. Something weird's happening.
Can you see it?
I don't know what's going on here.
Can you see?
Some voodoo's happening around here.
See, the panel for each person, I guess, is different. Like YouTube shows it differently, but it shows James Jules looking at huge eyes. It's quite funny. That's why he's got such a disturbed look on his face. I worked it out.
Yeah, the look on his face makes it. Yeah. In fact, Hillary's sort of looking down at it too. Yeah.
Yeah, he's looking, but he doesn't want to look.
Take that thing somewhere else.
He can't look away.
Yeah, well,
He loves huge ass and he cannot lie.
I've got the huge ass above Donald, so that's not doing anything on my screen.
Yeah, Donald. Hillary left. Should have really left. And
you got back to your Donald, eh? Okay.
Donald.
I can see a theme here. I'm trying to remember what avatar you've had in the past.
Is Donald below the huge? Is Donald below the huge ass because he just came out of it, or?
Yeah, probably.
Ooh,
probably.
That's a good call.
That's the guy at the Tiger King, is it? Donald Exotic?
Yeah, that's right. It's Joe Exotic and Donald Trump merged together. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Isn't the voting thing happening there soon?
November, isn't it?
Yeah. God, it's beginning of November too, isn't it? So it's like 5 weeks to go.
Surely he can't come in, get voted in again. That would be wrong.
Trump 2020.
Phil, I know, Phil. We have this conversation all the time. But I got the wagon V8, Phil, so I haven't got the Sandman or the
possibly
Banana.
will get in again.
I don't know. I hope for America he doesn't.
Yeah, but I think he could.
Have you seen some of the Biden clips though? They're quite funny.
Well, that's the big advantage of having Biden as a candidate, because if he loses, unlike Hillary, he won't be bitching about it for 2 years, because he won't remember that he lost.
Exactly. There's some very funny clips of him out there at the moment. You know.
Amy's saying, please, no. Well, it's up to the voters, isn't it? That's the way it works over in America. If you don't vote, you don't get your say.
Well, kind of.
Well, it doesn't really come down to the vote, does it? You can win the popular vote and still lose because of the electoral college, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I was listening to. He was a political correspondent from America, and he was saying, you know, unfortunately, the way the American system is set up, it's quite possible to not necessarily get the numbers, but because you get the seats, you end up winning.
Yeah, well, most democracies around the world do something like that. You know, we do that here. Britain does that. You know, I mean, Gillard won her election, but she didn't have the majority of seats. It was only the independents that tipped her over.
I know, Phil. I know.
And actually, I'm just seeing 3 million votes got Hillary. Hillary got 3 million more votes, but wasn't elected. That just shows that some states are going very polarized. Some states are sort of, you can't say that you're the other guy, so you vote for the one party that the group thinks says it should be. You know, like California, for example. Try being Republican there. And that's not a good thing. You want a lot of diversity of thought, and you want people who are free to go either way, no matter who the candidates are. And that's why, if that was the situation, then you know the person who got the presidency would always be the majority, get the majority of votes. But it's not the situation now.
Yeah, I noticed right when I realised that Australia's sizes in comparison to America's were basically similar, and they ended up with more states than what we did for the total area. and the amount of states that we have, well, only because of the way that we can't live in deserts as much as they do. But we've resolved our state issue with the size we have, and they ended up having those smaller states because they all thought different. So they all just congregated in their own little state and set up their own little ways of doing things, or the way they wanted things.
And for the electoral college, the best way for them to do that would be like we have in our electorates. Our electorates are basically 100,000 people. I mean, the number varies, but it's each electorate represents roughly the same number of people. So if all the seats in the electoral college were based on that rather than states, it would make a lot more sense. So I mean, within California, as an example, they've got 55 votes at the moment, I think. So you had 55 different electoral college seats, but they're all free to vote whichever way they want. So you still 55 seats in the college, but 30 of them might be Democrat and 25 might be Republican or something. And that would, the whole Hillary got 3 million votes more but still lost thing would disappear instantly. Because, it's broken down to a manageable level. I hope I'm explaining myself. I'm not quite sure I am.
It's all good.
I think you're doing a pretty good job. I'm not going to disagree with you.
No.
Yeah, but is that because you don't understand me?
No, it's because I don't understand the American system.
Oh, it's the politics in America. So even Australian politics, I barely understand, let alone American.
I just don't really pay a lot of attention to politics anymore. It didn't take me long to realise that both of them are only, they want the fame and the attention and the money and the ability to get kickbacks and that kind of thing. And it doesn't. They all say that they're for the working man or for jobs and whatever, but in the end they just do what they want to. The real decisions about the Australian economy anyway, I guess, the only one I can speak for is around the kitchen table at night time when we're having dinner, individual families and things like that.
Don't mind me,
because there's a lot more of those than there are corporations. So
I'm just looking for something to play. While I'm looking for something to play, what happened?
Well, how about I ask the impossible question?
Okay, what?
The impossible question is, it's a two-parter, what is the population of Peru, and name them?
What? What? Oh, jeez.
The first bit's fairly easy.
The population.
Their people.
And what are their names?
Homo sapiens.
If you said Pedro and Marie, you'd probably get most of them.
Yeah.
Brainy, can't you squeeze 5 minutes?
You
5 minutes, Brainy. That's all you need. 5 minutes, and then you can go to bed. You're welcome. Me and Brady tried to do a dual multi-stream thing. Like he was streaming on his channel, I was streaming on mine, and I said, okay, we'll try to do a joint multi-stream somehow. It nearly worked. It nearly worked. Well, you don't have to come on camera. We're not going to. We don't want to see you. We don't want to see your naked ass.
So is this going to be derp, Terry, or debunking derp?
I would play. I would play a little bit of an excerpt out of that one you were talking with QE. Oh, Peter's thing before. He had something as well. That list. But you were mentioning the other day, QE, Kiwi's latest stuff on that. I wouldn't
Well, it's
mind
not
playing.
really his late. It's not really latest stuff. I mean, this is stuff that he put out like more than a year ago, and like all of his things lately, he's just been recycling the same shite over and over again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, they do sort of recycle. They're like a broken record, if that's the analogy that I sort of think of with their stuff.
Is it the Sea Sparrow missile?
No. It's the flat Earth model that they came out with. Remember that, Huey?
Oh, where he was looking at elevations of sea level across.
Yeah.
Oh my God, no.
Yeah.
Oh my
and claiming that Google Earth is a flat Earth model.
Goodness gracious.
And the thing is, I think like Nathan Oakley knows that it's not, and he's sort of like you could tell that he doesn't really believe it. But QE, on the other hand, he's actually brought this same thing up several times in other videos as well. And you can tell by the way he brought it up when he was talking about Lake Pontchartrain that he actually does believe it. That's the way he really thinks about it.
Yeah, I guess Nathan doesn't want to confront him and say, no, you shouldn't use that argument. You know, it's not very good.
Yeah.
He's probably scared of him.
Yeah.
You know, that's what friends are for. If your friends are saying something that's mistaken, you tip them off, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to humiliate them publicly. You can take them aside and say, you know that thing you were saying the other day? Nah, you shouldn't do that. And explain why. And even if Nathan does know it's wrong, he might be thinking, well, there's enough of them out there that will buy it. Let him say it.
Well, it's like when Adam Meakin on Quantum Erasers stream came up with the claim that air has no weight, gases have no weight.
Did he really?
And yeah. And Quantum Eraser didn't know what to say, so he just kind of agreed with him and said that what Adam was saying was profound, and and that should all look into it. I'm like, really? Yeah.
I'm so random.
I mean, you only have to put a bit of thought into that to know it's wrong, right?
Oh, yeah.
Plenty of examples where you can determine that it does have weight.
It's the same Adam Meakin that got dragged away by the police, right? At the Globe Light Tour.
That was great. Oh, wasn't that good?
It's you can prove it as simple as that. The two balloons either side of a balance beam that are full of air. You pop one balloon. The only thing that's been removed is the air that was in the balloon, and now the one that's full of air suddenly sinks. No, it's not really. It's pretty easy.
It's not hard to figure out.
I haven't played this for a while. I'm trying to think what we're doing next. I'm trying to think of what I'm doing now, so I thought I'll play this because I haven't actually been struck for this, so this has actually been going well playing this.
But those police in Italy that arrested Adam Meakin were just teaching him a lesson for being lippy. That's all that was.
Oh yeah.
He just ran his mouth at the cop, and the cop said, "Right, we'll see about that."
Okay. Can we all hear this? See this? I think.
See, yes.
See? It's hard to get it
Here,
just
maybe.
just the right size.
Can you tell me about the cube Earth? I'm not walking away, I just wanted to see what you got. Interesting.
I'm just looking for answers. What do you have to offer? Bam. Okay. All right. There it is.
Now, does the cube move?
Right? Not sure where it's going yet. Okay.
If the Earth were a cube, we would clearly have edges that we could measure. Can I register here? No.
Go away.
Do you know where I can do that? Thank you. Oh, well, 6. Carry the 1. Yeah. I could see it being true.
So it was enough for me to show that NASA is lying because what you got there? Yeah, so I'm not buying it.
Hey, take it easy.
Never gets old, that.
No.
Aaron is genuinely convinced.
Yeah.
It's difficult to know whether these people are doing it for a laugh or they're sincere these days, isn't it?
Well, you see the people who had even walked up to it, being serious about it all.
When he shakes his head at the end, he's
Yeah.
like, oh my goodness.
Well, I'm convinced. Sign me up.
Yeah, we had a model at least. Bloody hell.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's a bit like when the flat earther says something really absurd and then you question it and they'll say, well, we're only joking. Well, how are you supposed to know when a flat earther is joking?
Yeah, they say so much stupid shit.
Oh, he said if the Earth was a cube, there'd be sides you can measure, it's like edges you can measure. It's like,
Yeah.
just like the flat Earth. It's funny that.
I think SE Montreal said that once. He said something, and then he after that, I was just joking. And I said, well, how are you supposed to know when you're joking? How?
Especially when it all sounds as dumb as each other.
Yeah, of course. Did you
what's
say he
that?
was coming on here, Terry?
Pardon?
Did you say SE was coming on?
No, I had a when I did my first live stream when I got my channel back, the impromptu one. I ended up with SE in the peanut gallery, and Phil was there too, and SE's carrying on about stuff to do with the Hasselblad camera thing on the moon stuff, and Phil was in there, and in the peanut gallery, and he said Phil said that he could probably do a bit of a debate with SE, but maybe later on tonight, our time. And I thought, well, yeah, that wouldn't have been a bad thing to have set up. What's that, sir?
Yeah.
Just reading the peanuts. Got to keep an eye on the peanuts. Here. Missed it just like I missed the first 2 hours of this. Well, yeah. We've only just been going for 2 hours. Yes, I finally got it back. I'm on parole, sir. My mustache is hungry. Well, feed it, Jay. You able to drop in, Jay, or you... What time is it over there for you guys? Early hours in the morning. Oh, you're awake? I don't know, I haven't really got... You know me, I don't have things planned. We just do things ad-lib. What else have we got? Any suggestions while I'm thinking?
Well, no one's answered my impossible question yet.
Yeah, the answer is that the population of Peru, was it? It's 3, and they all have the same name. Don Ignacio Jose Lopez.
What about the women?
There aren't any. They're all left.
It's what, 3 gay men live in Peru? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I didn't say it was a good answer.
Yeah.
They prefer the
That's
they
the point.
prefer the term happy.
That's a good point.
Uh, 12:15 a.m. I just got home. What's the friggin' impossible question? Jay wants to know. Korea. Popular.
I'm adding it in.
Jay wants you to repeat the question. He's a bit slow. Population of Peru.
Yeah, put it in the peanuts.
Population of Peru and their names. I think the question was. Yeah.
That's from Kenny Everett. He did that years ago.
Oh, Kenny Everett. Shit.
It always stuck with me.
Mm.
Yeah.
You have to excuse Jay. He drives a Ford. Answer is 42. Yeah, Florida, because it's actually Florida, so Florida. The answer is 42. Oh yeah, SC Montreal renamed me. Yeah, he came on my peanut gallery there the other night, stirring up shit to do with that Hasselblad camera, because that's nearly 12 months ago. I remember hearing him first mention that stuff, and he'd been answered so many times about it, and he's bringing it up again. I just don't know what his problem is with it.
Yeah, well, he went against Crash with that argument, and Crash went and spent like $60 or something to download the actual schematics of the cameras, waiting for him to return, and then he ran away. So then he brought the argument to Jim's and ran away. So I don't know. It's kind of weird how he's hanging on to it.
Does Jay's answer help the courier?
That's his style. He'll double down on something, and even when it's been demonstrated that he's wrong, he just keeps on saying it.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but you know me. I'll take anyone politely, and as long as they're respectable, they can discuss that sort of stuff. But 12 months later,
wasn't it the
same
film?
stuff?
Somebody put the film from that camera in a vacuum chamber, and it ruined it. And then it's pointing out, yeah, but they didn't put the film in the camera and then put it in the vacuum chamber. They just put the film in the vacuum chamber.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
Like, I can't find anything about it that it was modified. You go to Hasselblad, search the camera, it says NASA was asking for a camera and it needed the following modifications, and went on about the modifications they made to it. It's just like, oh, that was hard. Of all of 30 seconds.
Are you dropping memes in Discord?
Oh, swear jar.
Is that to me?
Yeah, you dropped it. You dropped it in Discord. I just found it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's for I did that for Jutmonk. We're going to do that. We're doing a joint video soon. So.
Oh, okay. So Mum said I could be anything when I grow up. Okay, so I became a globe denying. I don't swear, so I can't say that.
Shit, no.
Yeah, you can say shit.
Yeah, well, that's swearing. There you go.
Well, yeah,
Bloody?
but I don't say the F and C words.
Damn.
That's the only two I have on my list.
What, Freddie and Charlie?
Yeah, Freddie and Charlie. Yeah.
Or Canadian is the C word.
Yeah, that's another C word. Yeah.
Older.
Brainy left before.
Yeah, Brainy Beaver. Yeah, he left before. Yeah. He was going to bed.
Oh, Brainy Beaver.
Yeah, I know I'll get him back on my channel. There's a lot of people that are going to crawl out of the woodwork that'll end up coming back here once they realise I'm back live again. Well, I'm all out, actually. I'm trying to think what else to... we're not format. We're not doing an actual formatted show today. Unless Gravity's got anything up his sleeve.
No,
Please
not
don't
really for
say the
today.
T word either. No, I won't say the T word, Microraptor. What's the T? Oh, what's the
Terry?
T? I don't know. What's the T word, J-Arcs? Tyrannosaurus. Maro said, why not the F word? Well, there's a certain F word and there's a certain C word.
Exactly.
Tomato. No, you're not allowed to say tomato. Sorry, sir. Oh, the F word, Ford. Yeah, I'll go with that one, Miro. No, you're not allowed to say that one. Not here. You can say the H word, but not the F word.
Funny.
Starts with T and ends in Rani. No, well, we don't want to talk about those sort of things.
Yeah, automatic or manual? What are you talking about?
Transmission. Yeah. Well, if you're American, they call it a branch stick or something. Something like that.
Yeah.
A stick or a branch or a tree shift.
Yep. Tree shift.
Oh, the other F word, surf. Yeah, you cottoned onto that one. Yeah, that's the other one. But not the letter for. You can say the word for. You could probably get around that way.
Or
you type the word
flower.
for in peanut. I can time you out, in the peanuts. You haven't got a spanner yet. What, Honda?
Actually,
Honda.
no one does.
Nah, everyone lost them.
Yeah, everyone lost their spanners because when I reset the thing, I thought, I'll just reset.
Well, don't give John Rat one.
Okay, I won't give John one. Sorry, John, you're not allowed
He
one.
can't be trusted.
No.
He can't be trusted.
It's only when he's at work and his phone's in his pocket and it's sweaty.
I'm thinking of a way I could hand out the spanners again. I've been sort of like thinking of some sort of competition, or yes, you could buy the spanner, but that'd be just joking.
I was about to say $1,000 you get a spanner.
Yeah, $1,000. Yeah.
Well, Terry, there is one way of going. You could see how many of your subs could bring in extra subs.
Ooh. Yes.
So you
you get a
your
spanner.
subs. Yep.
Yeah.
If you bring in 10 extra subs, you get a spanner.
Ooh.
Or something along those lines.
Okay, that sounds interesting. How many subs you got here?
So if you're a big, I've got 1,100. So I'm sure a few will come over if I plug your channel.
Yeah, well, I've got Wally's done me, and who else has done me, Peter, to get subs? I know I got some from through Jose.
Blue Digi.
Did someone just go to the loo?
No, I'm in the kitchen. I got a headset. I got a wireless headset. It's too convenient.
Yeah, no, Blue subs you there. Wally.
Jay's got 83 subs. Oh, well, you can help then, Jay.
Harry, did you watch Frankie versus the Globe?
Frankie versus the Globe.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't ring a bell.
It was 2 videos. It was 2 videos before Everett Anderson's Ute list.
Okay, guess I'll look.
It's quite funny.
Yeah, well, I've got Isaac's latest one, What's he got here? Too many white people in the movies.
That's racist.
Yeah, I know, but Isaac's funny. Who else have I got? How far where have I got to go to find that? Do I have to scroll up to find stuff?
Where are you looking?
Well, you said something about somebody's video.
On Everett Anderson. I'll put it in the video list. Hold on.
People are supplying their own spanner out in the peanut gallery. Hey, can't do that.
This isn't a workshop. You can't bring your own.
Yeah.
You can bring them. They don't do anything. You can still bring them.
You're adapting to survive. It's amazing. Right,
Well, I could do a thing. If you got over 1,000 subs, you could get a spanner. But then all the people that haven't got 1,000 subs will be left out, so they'd have to.
I'll never have a spanner. Can't even get 50 subs.
Either that, Sheeples, or between the two of us, we're going to have to make up 1,000 soccer accounts.
All right. Fair enough.
I'll do the first 500, you do the second.
Okay. What I'll do is I'll start handing out some spanners in the peanut gallery, but we're going to have to work out a way of in what way could we give people a spanner. But these guys on the panel, it wouldn't be fair, would it?
Bring a friend day.
friend.
Yeah, so bring a friend day. So if they bring a friend along and that friend says, "Oh, the courier brought me along," so the courier would get a spanner.
Yeah, okay, go. Starting now. If anyone in the peanut gallery can bring one person, and tag the person with who you bring, so that way I know who you are and who you bring. You'll get a spanner.
All right, I'm bringing Terry Davies.
I'm already here, you Wally.
He's
already got a spanner. Get my spanner.
No, you don't. It doesn't.
Yeah, you you change the goalpost more than
I'll move the goalposts. Okay. Well, it can't be me. I thought that was obvious.
Terry, I put it in any other vids.
Told you, Sheepy, I'm not allowed to show porn.
Oh, where do I put it then?
No donkey porn.
I need this. I need the channel that says the plan of no plan. That's exactly where it should go. It would be so much easier. Well, you can move it. You can get the link and then delete it.
Yeah. But where? In any other vids? Any other vids? Okay.
Frankie versus the Globe.
I'm in there. Oh yeah, I did see that in Show Your Shit. Yeah. Okay. Well, while people are trying to figure out how to get a spanner, well, I'm only coming up with an idea. If anyone else can come up with an idea in the peanuts out there, a way you could to get a spanner, you can be inventive, or
ask really nicely.
Think outside the box, the thing, whatever they call it.
A box.
Yeah, but the thing is, Terry wants the stuff that's in. Terry wants the stuff inside the box, though.
No, he wants us to think outside of it, so he doesn't want the stuff inside.
Ah.
He wants the whole beauty.
Yeah.
Schrodinger's box.
Schrodinger's cat with a twist. It's either inside the box and it's also outside.
Okay. Jay said about a joke. Okay, if you get a laugh from the joke, Jay, you can tell your joke. Serve booster. Oh, Boggs has just gone the easy way, a server booster for Discord. Well, actually, I'm only waiting to get to is it the level 2 one? It's about the basic minimum video and stuff while we're over?
Yeah, you've got level 1 with 6 boosts.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, if I get to level 2, that's my limit over on Discord. Because I noticed that the resolution for streaming and sharing and all that stuff seems to be okay at level 2. Level 3's not really worth it.
Well, Terry, I'm going to have to dip out. I have to go start getting food ready for the children before they realise that I'm not cooking yet.
Okay. Don't do what I did last night.
Did you burn it?
Yeah.
Whoops.
Tell it again, eh?
Just tell them it's French and put
the missus
flambé
is
at the start.
the missus is trying to get me attention, and I'm looking and I'm going, what's going on? And I went to walk out there and I go, oh shit, I left something in the oven. I burnt me dinner.
Yeah, just call it French and put flambé in front of it.
Well, it was some garlic bread. I was going to have some garlic bread with some melted cheese over it, and I thought, yeah, that'll do. So I put the timer on the microwave for 20 minutes or whatever it was. About an hour later, it was a little bit too cooked.
I can remember doing that to pies one day, and the pies actually came out like rocks.
Okay. Jay wants to know, question. Why is... Oh, if it's a dirty joke, do I have to... I'm not going to read it.
Surf brought me here. Not Surf. Not a
Surf. Who's got a dirty mind to read Jay's joke?
Where'd he post it?
Out in the peanuts. You can converse with the peanuts while I play this video then. Now, who we got? Oh, Everett Anderson. Okay, I'll get
maybe
that
only
ready.
you can see the
Share
joke,
that.
Terry.
What can I see?
Yeah, Terry, we can't see it because 1, we haven't got spanners anymore, and 2, it hasn't been approved.
To see what?
Jay's joke.
What do you mean you can't see it?
I submit a new idea for having a spanner so that we can read jokes.
Thank God it's Flats here.
Really? You got to be kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God it's Flat. Welcome. Oh, thank God it's Flat's got to get a spanner. That's a given.
What?
Oh,
what?
I can see.
I thought you were going to give him a screwdriver.
No, thank God it's Flat getting a spanner.
Screwdriver.
That's it. Read Real D.
Well, no complaints here. just astonishment. Hence the what? I didn't swear either.
No, you didn't. Okay, I'll play Everett and then we'll. I forget about that. I should have skipped forward.
Well, my wife answered the phone, and she had to give the phone to me because my name is on the account. But I've talked to these dish people 3 or 4 times. So I get on the phone, and this guy, his name was Matty. He was talking about like hooking up the dish we have so we can get the local channels. So anyway, the guy started talking to me and he goes, well, we hook up our dish to the satellites in space. I said, listen, your name is Matty, right? He goes, yeah. I said, listen, I'm 64 years old and I'm a flat earther. So don't give me this bullshit about satellites in space, because there's no satellites up there. So right away you're lying to me. And he was like, well, you know, you have to get, you know, kind of testy. And I said, well, you know, I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of the lies. we've been lied to for so long with this nonsense with space. I said, I really don't appreciate it. And I told him, I said, there is no satellites in space. And he was like, okay, I understand. All right, no problem, this and that. So anyway, it was all said and done. I gave my wife the phone, and she was like, she gave me like this look, and I said, what's the matter? She goes, well, you really didn't have to say that. I said, well, I wanted to say that. I said, because he's lying to the people. Did you know the sun and the moon
are
in
over this? To avoid
inside the dome, the flat Earth?
What, this?
Yeah, isn't that the way we're supposed to do it? Talk over it so that it's obvious we're not just playing his video?
Well, I've never had any problem with the people that I shill.
Everett's always posting his links around, so I figured he wants people to play it.
Yeah,
sorry, I thought you meant it was Frankie.
Everett's sub to my channel too, so.
We did talk over the first video Terry got struck for and it didn't work. They still struck him.
We need to sing and harmonize, maybe. No, just kidding. Alright, go.
So flat is fat. I'm already in there. What do you mean you're already in there? How can you be in there? Something fishy going on out there.
No, I'm talking about the Earth is on a spinning ball flying through space. Do you know what I mean? The Earth is stationary. Did you ever hear about that?
Subway.
You never heard about it? Yeah, it's in our Bible. I don't know if you believe in our Lord, but, it's in Genesis 1, 14 and 15. It's in Job. It's throughout the Bible. But the sun and the moon are the same size. Yeah, like the sun ain't 93 million miles away. But I wanted to tell you that because we've been lied to. And we're never going to Mars or anything like that. It's all bullshit. Mayonnaise, salt, pepper. That's it. I just wanted to tell you that. I want to, thank you.
So just tell me what sauces you want, please.
Tomato sauce.
Bullshit
Company,
sauce.
that's my own company. It's called the Flat Earth Company.
Flat Earth Company.
Yeah.
Alright.
No, I'm serious. I love kidding around with you. But I want to ask you a question. None personal. Do you know one of the biggest lies in all mankind?
What's that?
No, do you know? No idea? Like one of the biggest lies that the people are being lied to, the majority of people are being lied to and they don't even know in their everyday lives.
What's the lie?
The people think they live on a spinning ball flying through space. But that's not true. We live on a flat, dome, stationary Earth.
So you don't
I
think
love the look on his face.
float through space?
Who the fuck is this
No,
idiot?
but can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're flying and spinning? Okay, then. Did you know? I wanted to tell you because
He did delay in his answer, though.
I've seen you a few times. You look like a cool cat. That is over 200 proofs the Earth is flat. There's not one hands-on proof that the Earth is a spinning ball flying through space. Did you know that?
Nah.
Have you heard about the flat Earth?
Yeah, I heard about the theory and all that.
And what did you think?
I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion and what they want to believe. You know, everybody comes up with their own little theories. Some people.
Well, tell the camera that, Chris.
Well, I mean, I'm on the job. You know?
No, I know the owner, so don't worry about it. We're friends from New York. It's all cool.
say too much.
Oh, you don't want to say too much?
I
All right,
wouldn't
that's okay,
either.
Patty. No, I just want to ask him a question because he's a... No, he's a good guy. He's a hard worker.
He's with the flat earth community.
And with the flat earth
Oh.
community. I just ask some questions to people. Okay, so there you go.
You could see the other worker that was above him said straight away, yeah.
And remember we did a video a couple of months back. I was telling you about the flat earth.
That was like when I first started here.
Right. And you thought I was crazy and everything, right?
I was wondering what was going on.
Well, what do you think now?
Now you might have been onto something.
Say it so I can hear it.
You might have been onto something. We'll see where it goes, though.
Oh, you started realizing we've been lied to and everything, right?
Oh, yeah, you was in touch with something.
But thank you, Chris. And people were asking about, what about that black kid that would give you that dirty look, like he didn't want to be bothered with you, thought I was crazy. Have you seen him? I said, no, I haven't seen him. I said, when I see him again, I'll put him on film. And you just, said hello to me now. And I was, well, I'm glad. All right, let you go, man.
All right, man. I'll see you around.
All right, so there he goes, man. All right. I love it, man. If I could wake everybody up one at a time, it makes my day.
I like what was written up on the screen. Yeah, be nice to crazy be nice to crazy customers.
Yeah.
Like watching those Walmart videos or pictures. People are going to those places.
Yeah. Notice that he didn't ask Frankie like, hey, where can I get more information about it, or
Yeah.
what's the best thing? You know what I mean? Like, like, oh, you might be onto something. I hope you just leave.
Yeah, I've heard about it.
I don't. We've got two flat earthers? No, that can't be possible.
I know, I'm trying to figure out what's going on down in the peanut gallery.
Eclipses happen every month. We just don't see many of them because they happen over water. Oh. Except New
Eclipses
Zealand's
happen every month.
situated on water.
That's not Anthony, is it? Anthony's mentioned that we have an eclipse somewhere.
Oh no, wait. He said he's already in here. Must be Jules. Or Jas.
Anthony is awesome. What? Anthony Riley? Oh, jeez. Okay, Jay. I'll catch you later. Oh, someone showed a video about a flirt bugging pilots on a plane about flat Earth. Ah.
Oh yeah.
I have seen that, but I never kept it, and I don't know who.
It's called Pilot to Admit Earth is Flat.
Hmm.
The video.
Yeah, and Wolfie has something to say on that. He says that because the pilots sort of basically agree with the guy, and Wolfie says they'll say anything they want to hear just to get them off the plane, so end the conversation. Oh yeah, Earth's flat, of course. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
yep,
sure. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. You don't want to roll up any.
Exactly.
Get off my plane.
Exactly. One of the pilots is sitting in the seat, and the guy's like, "Is that right?" He's like, "Yeah," like laughing at him, completely like mouth open, laughing at him. He's like, "Yeah, no, definitely." So, and then the guy like walks away, chuffed, like, "See, they know. See, they're waking up." It's like, no, you've confronted them in a confined space. They want you out of the cockpit.
Okay, what have we got in the internal chat here? Something. I'm just catching up on you guys. What do you got here?
I've been posting some links to some flat Earth dirt there, Terry.
Okay. I'll go to the first one. I think it's that one. Something about Antarctica.
The last one, Terry. The last one, Terry. Guys, come on, guys.
Copyright disclaimer under
The
Section
last
107
one,
of the Copyright.
guys. It's pretty good, guys.
Okay, this one's about Antarctica. That's the first. I'll go to that one. Who we got? Island King. He's got a whole 59 subscribers.
Right
Hey,
after
don't mock
1970.
low subscriber counts.
6.
Oh, we don't want music.
Especially copyright music.
Yeah. Is it all music?
No, it's not.
I've been asked now, where is this ice ball?
Yep, that's...
How come no one's found it? Why has no one fallen off the edge of it?
It's a Ross
So I
ice ship.
decided to spend the last couple hours or so working on this short video to show why I believe the ice wall could be possible. I say it all the time. I'm not trying to prove the flat Earth's existence, because I know I cannot do that without any shadow of a doubt. What I am simply trying to do is get you to see that the joke isn't actually on me, and that you should be questioning some things, and how easy it is to fool everyone. So I'm going to show you why I think this could be a real thing.
Yeah, he's going to pause for a moment, Terry.
This is Antarctica.
He's going to do that by fooling
Google
people.
says it's about 5.5 million square miles. That's about the size of Greenland, Mexico, and the US combined. And Antarctica is the only continent that no humans are from. It has no indigenous people. So the fact that 99% of the world's population will never venture to the South Pole.
I'm worried about the music playing in the background. You never know if it's normal music or not. So what were we looking at
Indigenous
the ice
population of Antarctica.
What?
Where are you looking?
There is no indigenous population there. It's like, yeah, probably a good reason for that. Oh my goodness.
What the penguins?
Well, they are there. They're just under the ice, frozen.
Military penguins. Yeah.
That's just...
And that this ice wall thing could easily be kept as...
Sorry, here?
I was just going to ask, where's this internal chat you're talking of? Because it's not in Zoom.
Yeah,
and I can't see
in Zoom. At the bottom of
down the bottom.
Down the bottom on the actual window, it'll pop up certain things across the bottom. Your sound, your video, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it should say something to do with chat or something. Somebody else can.
I tap on. I see a chat, but all I've got in there is a message from Peter Harrington.
Oh, because I sent it to Terry privately. So
yeah, it's private.
Yeah.
To you, sorry. So if you can pop the chat out, or you can I don't know how you guys have it, but I have mine popped out.
Well, I can't see how to make it other than what, I've only got the one thing on it, and I can't see any options to expand that.
Well, somebody else might have
really
to direct
understand.
you, because I don't know what you guys can do on your end.
So what are you using? I'm using an iPhone.
You'll have to speak to the other guys about all that, because I've got no idea on my end.
Hugh, you'll only see the one message in there because the message from Peter Harrington is public. It goes out to everybody. Yeah. But the messages that I sent to Terry with the links in for the clips that he's playing now, I sent only to Terry. So no one else would be able to see those.
Terry was talking as if people were responding, and so I was wondering what he was saying and how I could see that. Anyway, don't worry. Go on with the video.
I'm confused.
I started confused.
We're watching a video.
Where? No, just kidding.
Oh, you get me all lost now. You're actually seeing a video we're playing, aren't you? Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're halfway there then.
I'm always halfway there.
Okay. I don't mind you asking questions.
Secret.
What's the video?
Now this is the UN logo. Notice the outside line.
Oh.
Also shown here on their flag.
Oh, definitely the flat Earth.
This is the flat Earth model.
Yeah, that's the flat Earth model. That's it. That's the flat Earth model.
It's the usual flat Earth rubbish, isn't it?
Yeah. Look how far away New Zealand is from us.
Hey,
that's
not far enough.
Not far. Yeah, sheepy, move away. Get away. You smell.
Hey.
Well, they all come over here, you see. So.
Oh yeah, they do, don't they? Yeah. I've got another guy in Discord, Monk. He's from New Zealand as well. He's come back over here. Not to bag him
we
out
call them
too.
traders, Derry.
Hugh, if we didn't have New Zealanders, who would we use for scaffolders?
We call them
Yeah.
traders.
Good point.
Yeah, very good point.
Building industry would fall apart.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's right.
You guys requested it, so we came to the call.
I walk onto a building site nowadays and I say, hey, who's from New Zealand? They all turn around and look.
Ah. And we sent firefighters to you.
Well, we do have fires, so we need that.
Yeah.
Okay, here's what we are told Antarctica looks like on the ball Earth, the South Pole, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now check this out. This is what the ice wall
mapped and named.
could look like.
Oh my.
Hey? What? What the? Yeah, we got the South
And all of a
Pole.
sudden, he jumped in the deep.
He definitely did.
Like from space.
Oh, from space. Wait a minute. He just said from space. Now that completely contradicts the flat Earth model. They're not meant to have space.
He's obviously not.
They don't
exactly,
have
he's
space.
not well versed in it.
No, he's not. I think he needs to be educated.
Space is fake, man.
Degrees around all of the continents we know about, shaped just like Antarctica. Now overlay the UN logo over this view.
How did he get
I don't even think I could stand on my head and see what he's trying to say.
So the oceans are supposed to be shaped like Antarctica.
Yeah,
that makes no sense.
How do you work that out in reverse?
It's like a negative, isn't it?
Wow. This is awesome, Derp.
Pretty interesting.
Oh, you can
and I find this very interesting as well. There are like 47 Antarctic treaty nations that work together to patrol and secure Antarctica.
No.
No. They neither control it nor do they secure it.
Yeah, exactly.
He's wrong on both counts.
Yes.
I did a video on Antarctica, and I figured out that the circumference of the ice wall would be 125,000 kilometres, which was like 31 times the distance across Australia or across America. And that's a hell of a lot of ground for armed penguins to cover. And people seem to get to the continent anyway. So, it was just a ridiculous proposition.
Is that
one of their favourite arguments is how James Cook took years and travelled for like 75,000 miles or something to go around Antarctica. Okay, however, they totally ignore the Southern Yacht Race where they go around it, in a week or so.
Well, not only that, James Cook didn't know where he was going. He didn't know what was there.
And that 75,000 miles was his entire journey from England and back to England, not just around Antarctica.
That's inconvenient. Don't mention that.
Yeah.
And he did quite a lot of messing around in different islands and stuff like that before he actually made it all the way around Antarctica.
You sure he wasn't lost?
He was guessing.
Hey, Hugh, when you
really
did that measurement of the circumference, did you narrow that down to the nearest millimetre?
No.
Oh, just checking.
But I could if you want to.
Oh, okay. You know, we've got to be precise. You know, these flurfers always want accuracy of some sort.
So Antarctica would be the most guarded place on Earth, huh? And NASA was started just shortly before this treaty was signed by its first 12 countries. Also very interesting.
Totally irrelevant.
That's just a coincidence, isn't it?
It's a coincidence. Nothing to do with each other.
And NASA was formed after World War II, like in the 50s or whatever it was. And the treaty was only just around that time, so yeah.
Real quick, I wanted to show you some Photoshop done by NASA. Great work, by the way, guys. Look at these clouds.
Which they have mentioned that they did do that on purpose.
Yeah, they're not denying it.
No, they're not.
It's not a lie.
Yeah, they did it on purpose.
They are all Photoshopped. Then look at this one. Here's that same photo shown upside down. And here is what the Photoshop in this picture says.
Upside down?
Look here.
Please.
This is one of the longest bows ever.
Does that say sex in the clouds?
Or is that the other one? The other way. No, that's the other one. I don't know what this one is.
Oh, okay.
Here's Disney doing the same type of thing.
What?
Told it.
And look here, Werner von Braun was friends with Walt Disney. But of course they were. They were both Freemasons.
Shock horror.
Yeah.
Wasn't he allowed to be friends with Walt Disney? Is that something that's like a conspiracy or something?
Yeah, you're not allowed to be friends. Sorry.
Yeah.
No friends.
I mean, if you're a rocket scientist, you can't be friends with Walt Disney.
No.
And I think this makes sense too. If this wall is around us like this, the sun would be circling and spiraling around us, attracted to the magnetic north. This would
What?
The Scott's face is... Oh my
okay,
God.
Number one, how is the sun attracted to the magnetic north? And number two, why isn't it also attracted to the magnetic south? You can't just ignore one part of the Earth's magnetic field.
Well, yes, you can. I got a video of Joey. I asked Joey Rocher what he thought about the South Celestial Pole, and he says, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
That was his answer.
And
I love the way they propose these theories of how things should work, like the sun is attracted to the North Magnetic Pole, but they give no actual physics or mechanism by which that happens. Yeah.
Reasons.
And my all-time favourite, the sun is not a spotlight.
We don't know what the sun is.
Oh, sorry. I take it back.
explain 24/7 darkness or sunlight in Antarctica, I believe. Now check this out. This is one of the moons of Neptune. I think it's called Pipipiu or something like that.
Pipipiu? What? What is named after a stormtrooper firing a blaster?
Yeah, I don't know. Never that one. Pew pew.
It's Jar Jar's brother.
What was it? Moon of Neptune.
Yes, I think he said that. I can't think of one that's named anything like that.
So is this planet on the inside of the dome or outside the dome?
Well, that's a point, yeah.
This is neat. Look at the crater textures and everything here and how perfectly round the moon is on this guy's shirt. Is this the same thing happening here? They just put some black construction paper around a painting. How would you ever even know? When someone brings up flat Earth, everyone's natural response is to laugh and instantly make fun of the person, call them crazy, tell them they need help, right? Have you ever stopped and wondered why that is? Why do you make fun of them right away?
Yep.
They simply have a different belief than you. And you never even looked into it. You just hear it and instantly begin to laugh and make fun.
I beg to differ.
Anyway.
That boiled it down into one word. Yes, it's a belief. It's not based on fact. It's based on a belief.
Anyway, this was just a quick vid to show how I think this could very easily be possible. Hope it helps.
No, we're all dumber for having listened to it, unfortunately.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, Flirt's quoting cognitive dissonance is a classic example of cognitive dissonance.
Yeah, love one another.
They don't know what it means, but they know it's an argument that no one can argue against, so they use it.
It's just so terrible. I mean, Scott's base was pictured there as like we fly from Invercargill to Antarctica, and it doesn't take as long as it would take on that flight. You know, miraculously they make it a lot quicker. How do you explain that?
Don't know why I keep saying research flat Earth, because if you spend 5 minutes researching it, you know it's all crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you only got to read the title. You don't have to go any further. I'm just trying to work out what I've got in the internal chat, Paul.
The last one. Play the last one, Terry.
Play the last one.
You come on, guys. Come on, guys.
Yeah, I get all these.
Pushing my
I get all these messages in the internal chat, and I've got to scroll through them. Where am I? This guy, 19 subscribers. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
Well, that can't be the last one. There's only 2.
19. I'm beating him. Yes.
Going back to the moons of Neptune, I think the image they showed was actually Triton. All the other moons, there's nothing there that sounds anything like pew pew pew.
No, pew pew pew.
Samanthi maybe, but the image of Samanthi doesn't look anything like that. So.
Good night, Roger Rabbit.
It's the one from
time for the
rabbit. The one from Wild Warrior Bill that I want you to play, Terry.
Pardon?
I love that one of the moons is called Sao.
Yeah, the one from Wild Warrior Bill.
No, I haven't. No, that's not the one. Wild Warrior Bill.
It's the last one I messaged you.
Okay, that might be that one. Try that one.
The one where I said this one's a real perler.
Okay. Okay, I got Wild Warrior Bill. Found video, 32 months neglect, dreadlocks, flat earth and fake space awakening, wake up people.
Yeah.
That the one? Okay.
Yeah.
So play that one. Okay, not the other one.
Yeah.
Okay. How many subs? He's got a how many views subs he's got? Doesn't even say.
No.
If I ever discover a moon, I'm gonna call it pew pew pew.
Yes.
It's decided now.
Oh, I remember. I think it was in the 70s. Someone reckoned they found a moon of Mercury, and they named it Charlie after their dog. but it turned out not to be a moon. So
Oh,
I think they've actually found a moon of Mercury since then. So.
Oh no, this guy looks woke.
Oh, you've described it in one word.
Fellas, girls and guys, it's Billy here from Western Australia, just having a nice cup of tea. Just gone lunchtime here in the great southern area of West Australia, guys. We had some beautiful rain last night, so I'm just about to get stuck into some gardening. I'll give you a beautiful tour of my garden very, very shortly in the next few minutes, guys, and we'll show you Scrapper, my magpie. He's over there hopping around. I've still got Scrapper. There he goes. But yeah, no, I've been going really, really well, guys. I just needed a break from YouTube for a while. It gets really overwhelming. And,
I wonder why.
Uploading videos all the time. And I just really need to focus on a lot of my own private and personal life, guys. I've been deep down in the rabbit hole, you could say, in regards to flat earth and fake space and so much more, guys. I'm still believe in God, still go to church all the time. Found God, I've always known God all my life, but I've, as we all do, guys, we all do stupid things back in our younger days, and thank God I woke up to this real world we live in, reality. It's if only you guys could wake up, fellas. Try and wake up. It's so important.
Why is it
It's so obvious that the world is.
Yeah.
Why is it that the most deluded people are always saying that they've woken up?
They're the ones that have woken up. Yeah, I know.
Well, they've been asleep.
I mean,
come on, guys. Come on, guys. I'm awake, guys.
With Rastafarian hairstyles, yeah.
Yeah.
Cultural appropriation.
I wake up every morning after I sleep.
They can't have hidden God too well if he found him.
Ah.
Flat and space is fake. You look at these NASA astronauts and so forth, it's all fake, guys. Try and wake up, it's so obvious. I've been caught out doing so many mistakes using wire harnesses and computer graphics, CGI.
No.
You've got to wake up, guys. Don't get sucked in by this propaganda we see on TV and all that. Throw your TV away, everyone. I haven't watched TV for
offering
propaganda.
Well, throw your TV away. Quick, everyone.
Yeah, you got to throw your TV away because it's it's all the rubbish there. And yet he's quite happy. He's quite happy to use the internet to determine that everything's fake.
Yeah, monitors are good though, guys. Keep those.
Yeah,
Keep those.
yeah. Yeah.
So can I get
TV's dying basically.
So can I go and get a big screen TV somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're just not allowed to watch TV on it.
Yeah, it's not a smart TV.
Oh.
Yeah, and I love how they just broadly paint NASA as the one that are telling all the lies, but they don't actually identify each individual lie that NASA's told.
No.
Other than saying that all the pictures are fake, but they never actually come out and say what the lies are that NASA has told.
I've tried to mention flat Earth and so much more to friends and all that, but obviously they just laugh at you and don't believe you because they're deep down, deeply brainwashed. They just do not understand, and most of the people just don't want to snap out of it. And it takes years to wake up, guys.
No.
I've been waking up since probably 2001, and finding out that flat Earth is real and space is fake was the way how I found God. It's proof of God.
What?
Proof that Jesus Christ is going to come back one day, guys. Very, very soon. Look at the way the world's going. You look at all these Hollywood celebrities, they literally, or the musicians and or the pop stars, they literally worship Satan and the Baphomet, guys.
They literally do
so
it.
obvious. Look at their film clips. Do your research. Go to YouTube and enter celebrities worshipping Satan.
Oh no!
Do your research. Go to YouTube.
So you got to go to YouTube to do your research. Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah,
Right.
that's the only way you're going to learn. That's all the best.
Of course,
the best facts
that's
and
where he got
information are out there.
Yeah, that's what woke him up, right? Over a course of 10 years.
And it's just really, really eye-opening, guys. It's honestly, it's that bad. It's scary. You know, something bad's coming very, very shortly, guys. I don't know when, but you know, something terrible is going to happen very, very shortly. You know.
Haven't people spouted that same sentence for the last I don't know how many years? It's coming soon. We don't know when.
He said something very, very shortly, but I don't know when.
Yeah.
You know, it would be appropriate right now. Would be the appropriate time for a bird to shit in his shoulder.
Have you seen Phuket Word? Have you seen that clip?
Yeah.
And he gets shits on his head. Oh my goodness. He just carries on with his video.
Bog said would love a drop bear to drop on him right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but drop bears only land on tourists. They don't land on Aussies.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Sorry, Boggs.
Terry, he's too
because we've
woke
eaten
to be
Vegemite.
hit by a drop bear.
Well, the drop bear probably get high trying to eat him.
This world we live in is not what it seems. But anyway, I won't rave on to that, guys, but check out my Flat Earth playlist in the link below. There's probably over maybe 750 really good Flat Earth videos and fake space videos.
Whoa.
And yeah,
I don't think there's 750 good Flat Earth videos in the world.
I'll leave it up to you guys. But anyway, my dreadlocks, guys, 32 months this month, so I neglect dreadlocks. I'm pretty happy with them, fellas. They're getting longer and longer. It's been an absolutely amazing journey, guys. You know, sometimes I really hate them. They're getting a bit long now, get in the way all the time.
I'll get a haircut.
But yeah, you know, if it wasn't for these dreadlocks, I don't think I would have found God as well. You know, it's amazing.
He found God in his hair.
So if you want to find God, you've got to grow dreadlocks, boys. Come on, Gore.
Yeah.
All right.
No. I don't think I could do that.
Wow.
Well, these journeys take us on the roads that we cannot see, you know. It's just been a beautiful journey. And yeah, hopefully I can stay on the path and keep them for a few more years. So maybe even longer, maybe 20 years, I don't know. We'll see how we go. But anyway, I'll turn around, guys, and this is what they look like. So it's been a pretty awesome journey. So anyway, guys, that's my dreadlocks. Give you a tour of my garden.
So if you're bald, you're up shit creek, blokes.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry.
It's not blokes, it's guys.
Where do you
guys,
find
sorry,
these people?
guys. Yeah, guys.
What do you search to find these people?
Oh, that was easy, that one. You just go to YouTube, you type in Flat Earth in the search, and then you just set the filter to 1 week. And you look at what comes up.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, okay. Dirt from... Oh, Hugh said dirt from Ranty. You don't have to do it privately, you know.
Folks to chime in.
Secret squirrel.
We've got 7
No,
minutes.
just sending it.
Yeah, 7 minutes of Ranty.
All right, I'm pushing my monitor way back now.
Yeah, I think it's
Yep, you're going to laugh at this one.
Don't wash your hair, you'll lose your faith. Okay, Blue.
And God, if he found God in his hair, he must be a ticker or head lice.
Yeah.
Journeys take you on roads, guys. Don't forget that.
We might make this the last bit for today.
Flat earthers, whatever, Mac earthers, don't matter.
Exactly.
Cheers to everybody.
Exactly. Listen, the show's only as good as the panelists. You know, I mean, I couldn't hold this down on my own. I mean, I have done in the past, but I mean, you know, I mean, it's as good as my panelists. It's as simple as that. And you guys are epic. You're always here. You're always supporting the show. So thank you very much. I do appreciate you stopping by and supporting the show that way. It's really cool. Really, really cool. Thank you. Right, listen, I have got enough talking about this. I am so excited to show you this. I don't know whether to show you the image first. Yeah, I think I might. Oh, yeah. I mean, once I saw this and I figured out, you know, what he was trying to show. Let me share my screen so you guys can have a look. Now, I don't know if you guys already have been through this. You may already know this, right? But for me, to be honest, you know, I mean, I just never got it with Pete. So I took this image on the left. This is an image that I've taken of the moon. So I'm sharing my screen in the show channel if you want to watch on. So this is an image that I took with the full moon. And for whatever reason, I couldn't get it to fit the video that he was showing. And I'm thinking, I watched that video and he must have messed it around. He's moved things around on it, obviously. And I thought, hang on, wait a minute, if it's a reflection, then I need to invert the image, I need to turn it around, I need to flip it around. So I flipped it around. So basically this is a flip around of the moon. And now what we get to see when you compare it to the Gleason's map. Woo-hoo! Right, okay, so what he's done here, can you see this is what we would call the 60-degree south latitude, you know, the Americas, etc. Africa over here, Europe, a little bit of an island here, over here, which is there. We've got this island up here, which is here. We've got that there, which is there. Everything fucking lines up, man. On the Gleason map. This is the Gleason map, boys. This is the Gleason's map, right?
No, it doesn't line up.
And you know, I mean, this is like holy macaroni, man. And
pause for a second.
What is happening?
The big blob on the top, what's that? Left-hand side. That's supposed to be Australia, and then you've got Asia, and then it flows over to Africa and America. I can't see it, but the big thing is, if that blob is Australia, what's the blob to the west of Australia?
Yeah.
There's nothing there on any map.
It's Lemuria.
Well, it must be, yeah.
I'm just kidding. It's a moo. I'm just kidding.
So he's basically seeing things and thinking, oh yeah, that looks a bit like that, and then therefore proof of flat Earth.
But those two images look identical.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Happening in front of my face right now.
Can you see that?
What?
Can you see it?
Yeah, how could you not see it? Like that cannot be a coincidence of that scale, right?
Yep.
It can't
be. Even this part here, you see the watery area here, which would be here. You know, I mean, just everything, man. This part here.
Kayla, come here.
Look at this. This is it, man. I mean,
I gotta get my wife to come look at this. This is amazing.
So what's the scripture as above, so below?
Yes. Yeah, exactly. As above, so below, yeah. Spot on.
I talk about that all the time. You know, below here we have humans. Above we have stars, which sometimes some people think that's, you know, dictates humans or whatever. We have the light, right? Light source, inverted light, reflection. The dome reflects light, can project, or however you want to say it. Reflection is the best way, because when you invert it, then you're showing how it's shadows or whatever, or a replication of the map. Everything fits together, right, when you start opening your mind.
Let me read it.
All there.
Let me read a passage from Admiral Byrd. So, way back before Operation High Jump, and Admiral Byrd had been doing his exploration in and around the South Pole. He says, strangely enough, there is left in the world today an area as big as the United States that's never been seen by a human being, and that's beyond the pole, on the other side of the South Pole, from Little America. And what would you know? Well, that is all this land down here, all this Terra del Vista, all down here, all this extra land that he talked about. The South Pole, funnily enough, is roughly about here, roughly about there. That's where the South Pole would be. So south of the South Pole, obviously, would take you into this area here, this Terra del Vista. There's also land all over, there's land all around here. All these extra lands around here, all the way up here, if you look at it. And these reflections are just... I couldn't believe it when I watched this video. I need to play this video. I've bigged it up enough. I mean, I made this myself off the video. I literally went and took a screenshot of what he presented here. I lined it up with the image that I took of the moon. And yeah, I mean, there's no denying that it is a reflection of the Earth's surface, in my opinion. I mean, I never got it until now. But I am...
It's fantastic.
This is... it's the best thing I've seen all year. The best thing I've seen all year, has to be said. It's like you're literally looking at a map of where we live, and who's to say that this is the end of where we live, We don't know. There could be extras.
How does it work? How does it get onto the moon? Like, how does that work?
Well, he's titled his video, I don't know whether he's, he understands it either, but he has quite a large channel, I have to say. He's got 4,300 subscribers, and he's titled the video Plasma Moon Map Exploration. So he's calling it some kind of the flat Earth, or the map of the flat Earth on the cosmic plasma phenomenon, the moon. Right, so
more importantly than how, why is it there?
Yeah,
if it is real, which it isn't. I mean, he doesn't even ask basic questions like that.
Also,
says, it looks like that, so therefore it's proof.
Also, you get a different detail where, depending on where you are on Earth, but we don't see that. It's exactly the same everywhere you go, except for the orientation. You always see the same face, and the features are exactly the same. You could be anywhere in the world. Face.
Yeah.
With a reflection, it would change, wouldn't it? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're reflecting something different, side of the Earth.
It's as if they don't even think these things out. They just open their mouths and spout this nonsense without even thinking about it.
I haven't watched any more of his work, so I have no idea. The channel's called Sturgio Studio 10. I'll put the video on in a second. It's just a 5-minute video, and he explained to me in 5 minutes what Pete Shea's probably been trying to say forever. So I'm going to put this on now for you guys to watch, and this will go out to the audience too. So let me reshare.
Oh, so now Pete Shea was right.
I'm going to knock this on. You don't need the music, because it's just...
I was joking about Lemuria, and it's actually on the map.
Just gonna...
That's pretty much it, Terry. So
yeah,
he just goes on into the deep end from there.
This is
but
so
in terms of what
far-fetched.
he's talking about, yeah, I just can't get these. The guy said earlier, "How can you not see that?" Well, because it's not there. That's how you not see it.
Yeah, you should see, like, when you go to this actual plasma moon map exploration video, Africa is the wrong shape. So
is Australia. It's got an arm.
Atlantis is on the map. Lemuria is on the map. It's just, and it's not the Gleasons as he claimed. So Sorry, Huey?
So you might as well put Narnia on there.
No, yeah.
Yeah. Elbonia.
It's so ridiculous.
Oh, we might wrap it up, I think, for today.
He's just gone and added names, Terry.
Who did?
The guy, he's just gone and added names to things. To areas on the moon map. And then Randy said it was the Gleason map. It's not the Gleason's map. Just misrepresenting it. The Gleason's map has got our countries on it. You know?
Yeah, they might be distorted, but at least they're recognisable.
At least the
Gleasons
have Atlantis on there.
Well, it technically is there. You saw how he drew the circles, which were meant to be, 60 and 90 degrees south. And all land beyond that is the lands beyond, if you know what I mean. Atlantis is one of those.
Yeah.
Nibiru, I guess, as well. Nibiru, sorry.
It's just ridiculous. It's so dishonest for him to say it's the Gleason's map. Because if you look at the Gleason's map in Africa, it's very different.
Well, I think that's enough for today. I think we might wrap it up. I've got to.
Yeah, all good, Terry.
I've got to go and sort some stuff out. What are we? Well, thanks, Peter. Thanks, you. James, Jules, Huey, Donald, Exotic. Weird name.
Yeah, Joe Exotic and Donald. Yeah. To
Peanuts,
merge.
John, Zebulon, Flow Rider, Severa, John Stock was out there. Brainery, Charlie, Flow Rider, Sphera,
John Rapp.
John Rapp, yeah. Surf. Oh, Farmer's Boy was out there. True Blue.
Rakia. Yeah, true that.
Oh, that's not too bad. I'll catch us all on Wednesday night for our usual show. We'll get back into the swing of things sooner or later.
Thanks for hosting, Terry, and welcome back.
It's good to be
Yeah, no,
back.
good show, Terry.
It's good
Congratulations,
to be
Terry.
back. That's good to be back. Just got to get back into it now. Oh, thanks, panel. Thanks, Peanuts. We'll see you on Wednesday. Good night.
No worries.
See you later,
See you, Peanuts.
See ya.
See you guys.